welcome. Today I'm just gonna be trying to at least finish the prologue. It shouldn't take too long, because I think there's only one, like, relevant plot point to deal with. But after the prologue, I'll see how much more I can do. So I have lost item search, vacancy, and monster extermination. I think the lost item search is what I want to do first. Mostly because I kind of have, well, it's off the top of my head, I actually remember where that one starts, so the geofront one's obviously just here. Probably. I might just randomly grind for a bit though. So I assume it's geofront A. If not, then it's my mistake. But I think worst case, getting a little bit of excessive grinding is not the end of the world. Then I can actually get other ports and slots opened up. And I can actually get her to the same level as everyone else. Let's actually read this. So geofront A, plotted in A1 sector. It uses the weight of its body to damage with high power attacks. So that's just presumably indicating that it is physical attack. Not that that is the most surprising idea, but I don't know if this is the best way to do it, just attacking. 'Cause, I mean, she'll deal damage, but criticals might not be enough. It'll be close. Yeah, might be enough. Okay, good. Early game, those types of enemies are the most obnoxious. Actually, I want a bunch of, I think it's faith and times the 5th, so that I can get a few of the quartz that make use of them. But early game combat is still a very weak point of this series. Okay, I've already read this. But I'm gonna do my best to read. Okay, like, annoying. But reading all the text will be good because it's a, you know, decent workout for my speech. But it will kill my throat by the end of it. Okay, I mean, the fact that this... Oh, that's kind of fun that I can go up there. But that should really be closed, right? Oh. Yeah, I can't really do anything with that. I'm not sure. Save a little bit of time. And it just missed. When the attack misses, they will counterattack if in range. He's gonna be beat up pretty bad. And attack this guy. Yeah, this early game's pretty weak. Not in range, but I'll be in turn next turn. Probably examine that in a second. Okay, wait for the mouse. a rat, but... Okay, I got a burst right away. Team rush. These sort of, if I remember correctly, these sort of mechanics bug me with the having an advantage on sneak attacks and stuff because of the number of fights in the later game of the earlier games in the series where you can't even have any control over those initial engagements. So what the? That's not how that should go. That was weird. Skip. Overkill for 1.6x. Royal leaf. What is a royal leaf? Items. Probably just ingredient. Yeah. This was the left path from the elevator. Okay, let's just stay out of the way. Sneak up. Ready rush. Team rush. Easy farm. Gotta collect this, but early game not great. Sepith generation. The specific stuff is like waiting for, or if you get, okay, I didn't get a sneak attack for some reason. But there's a specific element in the game of if you get if you have a turn where there's a large amount of, there's a Sepith up bonus, and then you get a multi-hit S-craft, or any craft that hits a bunch, you get a bunch. That's the easiest way to get Sepith, other than the actual way that you farm Sepith, which is like rainbow, I can't remember what they're called because I didn't hunt them at all, because they just seemed like they're also the best way to get experience, but they're poofy, and I guess it's the equivalent of like metal slime or something. It's like if you kill them you get a ton of experience. But in this, it's like, you fight the specific enemy type who, if you can kill it before it runs away, you get a ton of experience and Sepith, but they run away like instantly. Which is like, it is what it is. If you just sort of make sure you're at full craft point for every offensive one that's relevant, and then you just burst it, it's fine. But it's I think it's kind of a frustrating mechanic, because it's just learn where they spawn and then you can farm them and it's easy. Oh no, it's my audio that's really low. Okay, the aggro on these bugs is weird. Like, they definitely should have attacked me there. Okay, here to heal. Nope, not here. Here to heal. I'm just running all the way back to heal. Let's just keep running. Okay, here's where I heal. I guess it would have been faster if I'd gone down the right path, even if there was stuff I had to fight. Yeah, if I get a sneak attack, I'll take it. But I'd rather have everyone get at least one more slot opened. If I can open more, that'd be great. But I don't really expect to be able to open more than maybe one each in this current state. Because I don't think most of these aren't giving much time. There's not a lot of, I guess time has gone up, it's just not going up as much as everything else. Though actually the fact that fire seems like it's the least common is kind of interesting. Yeah. Good, I'm glad. I like how they do at least stay clear for a bit. Okay, I need to turn that off. Bug. I wish these... I don't know if there's a faster animation option. Specifically for party rushes. Because that is slightly slower than I would like. Gameplay. Only leader, default movement mode, run. Speed up fading animations. Every 5 minutes. Yeah, let's leave it 5. Could do faster, but it's probably safer to have it 5. UI scale, be normal. Auto text advance. Status. Always show status. Hide when full, hide when HP full. That's just always. High speed mode. Speed up factor in the field is probably better at 2. Maybe these will go a little faster. Oh, that's way better. That's nice. That transition speed is so much nicer. Yeah, those transitions are not... There's nothing appealing about them. It's kind of jarring how quick it is, but... That's mostly because I've gotten used to it being slow. Kinda can't wait till I reach the next, you know, plot line. I don't think there can be anything in here. Yeah. Just check really quick always. Down here. Just keeping it cautious. Okay, critical 1. Then overkill both. Yeah, I'm at 35 fire. Gotten way more time, which time is like one of the more valuable, at least in the first games. Where like time gives you flows and speed ups that are very valuable from an action economy perspective. Okay. I assume this isn't where the fight is, because that would be wild. That might just be in the wrong area, but... it is. Just the big... humongous... rat bat. But yeah, the fact that I can't, like... Oops. Yeah, the fact that it's just a trigger like this is kind of annoying. Those two guys will move up, which is good. Because then I can S-craft with Fireboy. So I want them all to move in before I use his S-craft. Triple burst is not what I need. Rather save for the heal. Yeah, it's just Sparkle. Let's just attack for this turn. a lot of HP. I'm gonna have her move a bit just for this. He will move aggressive, not move, just attack. And hopefully, yes, they're pulling in enough that I can get a few of them in the AoE. His S-Craft is single target. And I'm gonna chain these. I don't remember if it's actually an S-Craft chain, but it will work a little bit better to burst them all at once. Ah, slightly out of range. That's fine. Let's skip this. There, see? Killed those two. If the other guy had been further up, it would have been better. Ooh, that might actually get them all. That was super lucky. If it kills them both. Good. That's a lot more effective than I was expecting. Ooh, big hit. Ooh, 2 actions. She can't heal, she can attack. I might use that, see how the damage goes. Or, so on her turn, on Tio's turn, I'm gonna analyze. So that's probably in my best interest to use arts to attack after. But I don't have enough CP, so this we're planning. I could just use a battle scope though. So resistances to just about everything, except for general stat downs. It is, I assume high numbers mean resistance. I assume the higher the elemental affinity, the less damage they take, and not the opposite. It might be the opposite, but for now, I will have him. He doesn't have. He does have enough for a craft. I don't think the turn delay works. So it's making it look like it should work. So I'll just see what happens. Yeah. So it does. It does not indicate the success of the delay. It just indicates if it succeeded, this is what would happen. I find it weird that she's a healer. Like, or that her S-Craft is a heal and not like a bunch of gunfire. Why didn't red hair counter? I guess healing herself is better, because then I actually still have a healer. Axle Rush is an area, so it might be worse than just attacking. Though attacking does bring me closer, which is dangerous. Okay, I don't think her craft's not going to be useful and I can't cast it anyway. He's gonna die if he gets attacked. I don't think I can do anything about that other than trying to use an item on him, but... Okay. Will this cast first? No, it won't. He'll probably die. It's probably not in my best interest to try to cast this. Apparently he won't target the lower health one. That's good for me, honestly. The craft is probably not better. Stone Spike hit decently hard. Isn't there... I thought there was a button to check previously scanned enemies. Maybe that's a different game entirely. The attack's not... Oh, there. Details. 364. He's not going to go down this turn. It's probably my best interest to use an art, because the art did 100 and something damage. Might be better to be offensive instead of healing, but guaranteed he shouldn't kill anyone as long as they're full HP, so better experience division. Firebolt. He's gonna chomp. And I'm fine. Sparkle is enough. He should die now. Between the three of them. Ooh, I have an S-break I could use. But that S-break was really weak. I think as long as... That's too slow. Let's just use an attack. Yeah, they should die to the firebolt. Done. I need to check what elemental affinities do specifically again. Ooh, good Sepith. Good. Terminate monsters. Good work, everyone. Well, that thing was a complete pushover compared to the one Arios took down. Maybe so, but as long as we work together, there's nothing we can't overcome, except the one that Arios took down. We would have died. Agreed. Also, I just deactivated the lock on the inner door. That should save us a lot of time, so we should exit that way. Good. Gotcha. When did she even do that? Doom. What is this? Okay, so that's an elevator. That's an elevator down, I assume, that we can't use? Yeah. We can't go further down. And this is gonna be an elevator up. Oh, that's that door. Okay. So that quest is done. The lost item, we need to go to the hotel and then search based on that. What was the other... Oh, let's hope this doesn't trigger something. Lloyd Banning for the Special Support Section speaking. It's me. How are things going? Chief Sergei. Actually, we just eliminated the monster from the request. Perfect. Glad things are going well. Where are you now? I mean, we just eliminated the monsters, so you can probably guess. We just exited the Geofront. Heh. You're not too far away, then. What? I need you guys to investigate something immediately. Totally gonna ignore it, but... Aw, lame. Drop your support request for now, and make it your top priority. Got it. So, what is it that needs investigating? Head over to the downtown district on the double. It's in the southeastern part of the city. Some residents there contacted the police. Apparently, two delinquent gangs that have been at each other's throat are about to brawl. Start a brawl. What? Stop there before there's trouble. Good luck. Hold on. Stopping a fight isn't exactly what I'd call an investigation. He hung up on me. What did he say? Judging from the look on your face, I can tell it ain't gonna be a good time. You could say that. Lloyd explained. Delinquent gangs in the downtown district? Didn't we run into some of those brats when we were down there earlier? According to the database, there are two rival gangs who claim the district as their territory, the Saber Vipers and the Testaments. Apparently, skirmishes between the two have become daily occurrences. There never used to be any gangs like that in the city. Guess a lot's changed. Anyway, we should hurry there and assess the situation. We have to find a way to calm them down before the situation escalates. I agree. Downtown district it is, then. See if it actually forces me to do this. Okay, I might be able to just ignore them for now and continue with my actual quests. Hopefully that's not gonna penalize me, but I don't want to forget about these quests. This dude. I'm so done with walking. I might as well cut my losses and head home. Excuse me, sir. By any chance did you submit a request to the special support section? Oh, are you guys police officers? Woohoo hoo! I didn't think you were actually going to come. Well, we're here to help. Your request mentioned that you lost some of your belongings? Could you explain how that happened exactly? Yeah, of course. Sorry, this is just so frustrating. I don't even have the energy to cry anymore. You see, I love shopping, so I thought I'd spend the day checking out some random shops around the city. I eventually noticed there was a gaping hole in my bag, but it was already too late. All my stuff had fallen out. I searched for what felt like forever, but I still couldn't find any of my belongings. That really sucks, man. It's almost been a full day, though. Doubt your stuff's hanging out where you dropped it, to be honest. There is a chance that a passerby may have picked up your belongings and turned them in somewhere. Would you please state the locations you visited during your shopping spree? Sure thing. As you'd expect, I stopped by the department store first. I spent a good amount of time there. With all the name brand stuff, With all the name brand stuff they have on display, can you blame me? Blame me? I'm sorry, that's beside the point. Anyway, I went to see East Street's marketplace after that, and it wasn't until I stopped to rest near the park in the Harbor District that I noticed the tear. I searched everywhere, but even after spending the whole day looking, I couldn't find diddly squat. I think I ended up losing my wallet, a souvenir I had bought, and, well, something else. I'm pretty sure I lost 3 things in total, but about that last one, you're gonna tell us you can't remember what it was, aren't you? Well, that should be enough for us to go on. We'll start by searching around the places you've visited. Times, East Street, and the Harbor District. Those are all commercial areas. It'll probably save us a lot of time and effort if we simply ask the workers there if they know anything. Awesome, let me know if you find anything. Wrong place, I need to go down and then out. What was the other quest? The other quest was vacancy verification. So that's visiting the city hall, which is up here. So I'm gonna do that really quick. Welcome to Crossbell City Hall. If you're here to pay for your utilities or to change your address, you've come to the right place. Feel free to inquire about additional services. Excuse us, we're with the CPD. We're here in response to a support request submitted by City Hall. Oh, you're with the police? Wonderful. I wasn't expecting you to respond so quickly. Right. Could you give us more details about the request, please? I believe it has to do with confirming vacancies of certain residences. Yes, of course. Allow me to explain. You're all familiar with resident registrations, correct? Anyone wishing to move to Crossbell must visit us to register for residency. The reality is, people will freely move in and out of the city without going through the appropriate avenues. It's become more and more difficult for us to keep track of it all. I see. Therefore, We're seeking your help to verify any vacant residences in the city. We need to rectify our documents that have any mislabeled vacancies. The folks over at Residential Affairs have their hands full, so we'd greatly appreciate the assistance. You telling us that we have to play errand boys for the government? Don't be rude, Randy. Verifying vacancies is actually important to catching certain criminal activities. Filing the documents in a timely manner is critical. Oh, yeah? Go figure. It'll be good for us to walk around the city and get the lay of things while we're at it. Will you be able to help us then? Thank you very much. I'll hand these documents over to you. These files are relevant to the requests and will guide you in your work. Understood. Be sure to look them over. Thank you. Vacancy list. Let's see. There are 3 different locations in total. There's one near the entrance of the residential district. Looks like the next one's on East Street. According to this address, it's to the right of the Bracer Guild, which is the Fisherman's Guild, is to the right. The right of the Bracer Guild. Sweet. That'll be pretty easy to remember. Last one looks like it's in the downtown district. It's an apartment complex known as Lotus Heights. There appears to be 3 documented vacancies. Just a moment, please. I'll note this down in the detective notebook. Scribble, scribble. Okay, all done. Thanks for taking care of that, Ellie. We'll begin working on verifying the outlined vacancies now. Should we come back here once we've completed the task? Yes, please report back to me once you've completed verifying all 3 locations. I'll leave everything in your capable hands. Quest start. I guess... Oh. There's one over here. Oh, that's gonna be the one at the north with the overgrown stuff. The one by the Bracers Guild is the Fisherman's Guild. And then downtown's one I'll go to last. Before that, I have to go to the department store. The Harbor District. And East Street and the Harbor District. So I think I'll go over to the residential district first. Because it should be right here. I think this is a vacant house. It has the right address. The gate is locked. It doesn't look like anybody's here. Doesn't matter how you look at it. Thing's an empty mansion. The fact that it has a door that you could theoretically enter means we're probably going to enter it eventually. Agreed. I am unable to detect any presences from within. I think this house has been abandoned for a little over 10 years. I remember hearing rumors about this house being haunted back when I was a child. Haunted house generally means criminal organization or something. Oh, really? Ellie and I are around the same age, but I've never heard that rumor at all. At any rate, I think we've successfully verified the vacancy. Cool, let's move on to the next one. Now I want to go... I don't need West Street, but I need to go here. I like the music. Good music. This is help desk. The Times department store. This is one of the locations Trant visited. You may have lost his belongings here. Excuse me, do you happen to have a lost and found here? You've lost something of yours? Front desk more or less serves as a lost and found. We have a few things on hand. What are you looking for? A few things, eh? You think that they've got Trant stuff? Hopefully. I'm not that shocked that they found a lot of dropped stuff, given how big a building Times is. Not said he lost his wallet, a souvenir, and a third thing. Upon reflection, it might have been wise to ask for details about each of the items. Ah, wait a minute. Were you referring to the customer whose wallet fell out of a hole in his bag? That's him. Oh, thank goodness. Someone ended up seeing him drop it after all. Oh, not quite. We only discovered it after the fact. It's just that he stuck out like a sore thumb. He most certainly did. He was happily laughing and cracking jokes with every person he ran into. Then, when he was on his way out, his bag caught on one of the display cases. It was only when we were cleaning up later that we found the wallet. Well then, how did he continue? I guess he didn't buy stuff when he was just window shopping? Well then, I cannot say I'm surprised to hear this. He never bothered to come here to search for it? Poor guy must have given up already. Starting not even at the first place. Guess that's why he ended up coming to help us for help. Please wait a moment. We'll bring it right away. Here you are. Man's wallet. Thanks, you two. You're lifesavers, but not really. Our pleasure. Just make sure that gets back in the right hands. Actually, did I wanna... I have Mira. And with spoilers, you're supposedly you want good gear for a fight that's upcoming. So it might be worth grabbing. Oh god, it's just slightly too slow. There's that, and there were shoes here. Boosting his gear. So it's weird that sandals are better armor. Like, I generally don't think sandals improve your capability to move quickly, but it is what it is. So I guess if it boosts evasion, that would... No, I don't think it makes any sense. Doesn't really have to, but I wanted to check in here to get more slots. I talked to her. So he has one slot opened. I'll open one for her and one for him. And go back here. I can't get that. Can't get any more opened. And I get action that requires 60. I don't have it. EP cut's too expensive. Barely too expensive. If I could go back to grind, I might get 2 more just to get EP cut. But I mean, mine 5's not really that much. Attack speed, ADF. I want to get 2 more gems probably, but I think I would have to farm to get actually important ones. I think there's still just an outright benefit to having more slots. Like I think it just increases your EP total. So I wanted to put Eagle Eye stays on him. You know, I wanted to put the attack gem affects whole party. Eagle Eye affects whole party. I don't know if I can use... If I put detection on her, does it still apply to everyone, or do I need it on the leader? That reads like I don't need it on the leader, but whatever. Let's try that. Ooh, I have... Crest is 25 defense. Oh, because this quartz is earth, mirage, earth and mind or whatever, not just mind or whatever it's called. So I need to check down here. East Street Marketplace. Not mentioned he'd come through here. Maybe his lost item is somewhere in the area. Excuse me, do you happen to have found any lost items around here lately? Oh, did you lose something? I can't say we have, sadly. It's not too surprising, though. People lose stuff here all the time. Have you tried asking anyone else? Somebody may have already picked it up. I'm not going to talk to the random kid. Excuse me. Do you happen to have found any lost items around here lately? Lost items? Let me think. Sorry. Afraid not. I tidy this all daily, so I would have noticed if I picked up anything weird off the ground. I don't think we'll have much luck here. I mean, obviously you won't have luck with someone who didn't find it. Excuse me. Do you happen to have found any lost items around here lately? Welcome. What's that? You lost something? Sorry, pal, I haven't picked anything up. Okay, I'm not going to keep reading that because it's just going to be the same nothing. Okay, fishies, fishies. All the boys in my house are hefty eaters. This is the same thing. Excuse me. Do you happen to have found any lost items around here lately? Lost something, eh? Well, lost something, eh? Actually, wait a sec. Now that you mention it, there was a young man who dropped something here yesterday. I remember him because he made some dumb joke when he stopped by my stall. I don't think he noticed the gaping hole in his bag because a package fell out of it when he wasn't paying attention. When I saw it lying there, I tried to chase after him to give it back, but he was already gone. Nice. Looks like we hit the jackpot. So, were you police folks who were sent to come get it for him? Guess I'll leave it with you then. Receive souvenir. And then these weirdos. This is the building directly to the right of the Bracer Guild. Wasn't it supposed to be vacant though? Very not vacant. It does not display any signs of vacancy at all. Quite the opposite, actually. Maybe we can check with the receptionist and see what the deal is. Closer. Man, I want to go on another fishing trip sometime soon. Wahaha. I bet you would, wouldn't you? Excuse us, sir. We're with the... Oh, you kids all interested in joining? Wahaha. I'll gladly accept you. Welcome to the Fisherman's Guild. Boy, am I glad to see younger fishing enthusiasts joining us. Join in the Fisherman's Guild? Pardon me, sir, but what exactly is this place? Oh, sorry about that, kid. This is the gathering grounds of fishing enthusiasts. The Crossbell branch of the Fisherman's Guild. Hey, kid, with the blue and white jacket there. You look like you've handled a few rods before. I can sniff out talent from a selg away. How about it, kid? Looking to get your bait on? What? I mean, sure. I used to go fishing back when I was a kid. But, I'm working right now. Sorry. I'm impressed at how easily you could tell Lloyd has fishing experience. These old men mystify me. Man, that caught me off guard. Anyway, this might go without saying, but this building isn't vacant, right? Because according to the records from City Hall, this place should be unoccupied. What? Of course it's not. That's impossible. As you can see, we're in the process of planning our next fishing event. While we're on the topic of vacancies, there's an apartment complex by the name of Acacia right up the street. Pretty sure there was a vacant room in there. That's what you're looking for, maybe? You find Acacia. You'll find Acacia 2 buildings over from us, left of the Bracer Guild. Hehe. The actual vacancy's 2 buildings away? You're telling me the records were botched? That seems to be the case. In that case, we should head there and confirm it so that the City Hall can update their records. What was written? Street belongs to group calling themselves, need to be updated. Oh yeah, the E Street on the address to the right instead of to the left. This is this dude, nothing new, I already got the recipe. That's Acacia. I feel like I already checked. I've already seen which one it is, but I can't remember. Oh, it's gonna be the locked. It's gonna be locked. The door is locked. Excuse me, is anyone home? I am not sensing anyone inside, Lloyd. Yep, seems that way. Oh, what are you all doing over there? That there's a vacant room. Looks like we were right on the money. Yeah, the last tenant moved away about half a month ago. I'd suggest you contact the landlord directly if you're interested in moving in. Well, I guess the vacancy on East Street was referring to this apartment. Did the previous tenant not file the proper papers or something when he split? Man, how lazy can you get? That reminds me. The City Hall receptionist had mentioned that the records may not be completely accurate. I now understand what she meant by it. Okay, so the vacancy on East Street is room 202 at Acacia Apartments. Should write down all the details. Alright, let's move on to the next one. So, I need to go to the harbor, and then probably go to the hotel east exit. Where do I need to go? I need to go up to get to the harbor. That was a waste of time walking all the way down there, but I think this is who I want to talk to, probably. Go ahead and find this park. Okay, no, nothing. Oh, it's this dude? Dude running circles, maybe? Puff puff. Useless. This random girl. People in suits. This guy. Trant did say he spent some time in the harbor district, so he might have dropped something of his around here. Excuse me, have you seen any items lying on the ground recently? Oh, are you looking for something? Actually, now that you mention it, there was some weirdo hanging out in the park earlier. I remember him yelling about a hole in his bag at some point. You'd think it was the end of the world with how much he was freaking out over it. That certainly sounds like him. I only saw him from a distance, so I have no clue what he might have lost. That's too bad. Hold on. One of my customers mentioned finding something on the ground earlier today. She hangs out in the park around here pretty often, so it shouldn't be hard to find her. Why not try asking her for more details? I mean, this is the park. I mean, is it her? Shouldn't be. Good. I mean, it's not this kid. I already tried talking to them, but whatever. Excuse me. Would you happen to have seen anything lying around here recently? Something that seemed left behind? Oh my. Lost something, have we? Actually found something stuck in the grass on the outskirts of the park. I was kinda curious, so I picked it up. And just in time, too. It was nearly blown away by the wind. Blown away by the wind? Our client could not recall what his third missing item was, so I suppose nothing is out of the question. What is it exactly? I take it you guys were looking for this? Here, it's all yours. Republic-bound ticket. A train ticket? Doubt he's going anywhere without this bad boy. Well, you won't have to worry about that now. We managed to retrieve all of his missing items. Great work, guys. Let's go back to Trant and tell him the good news. I'm sure he'll be glad to see his valuables again. The name Trant has been kind of ruined by like Borderlands 3 specifically, with the enemy who's goofy and his name is Trant. Not that it was really a normal name to begin with, but it's just like almost Trent, but not. What a useless guy. He said he lost 3 things, correct? Luckily, we believe we were able to track him down, because you don't actually know that the last ticket was his. Here you are. And please, don't drop them again, okay? You might want to buy a new bag so this doesn't happen again. Man's wallet, souvenir, ticket. You guys are miracle workers. This is definitely my stuff. And here I was about to give up on ever finding them and head home. Excuse me, but how would you have gotten home without your wallet? Or your train ticket, for that matter? You know what? You make a pretty good point there. Ha ha ha. Anyway, thank you for your help. Contacting the police was sort of a last-ditch option in my mind, but it was certainly his choice before even checking himself. I mean, you guys were great, but I haven't heard the best things about the CPD. Like, I was really surprised when you four even showed up to help at all. I see. I think I'm finally starting to get why the special support section was made. Isn't it wonderful, though? The feeling of helping out someone in need who couldn't help themselves by checking the places themselves. At any rate, that should be it for this request. Like, it takes so much effort to go to the department store and ask, hey, have I dropped something? Especially when you're like incredibly What is with that chest? I'm not reading that. What's the chest icon there for? Oh, there's a chest in there. Huh. Is there a chest icon in here, or is it just decoration? Alright, there's a chest back here. Not in there, but like back there. There's a chest here, and there's a chest to the left. Okay. Yeah, so this chest seems like it is a real chest. I don't know how to get to it. But anyway, that's what that is. And now I go to the downtown district, check the last apartment, and deal with the kerfuffle. Look, over there. Check it out. Looks like things are about to get heated. Hey, you blue bastards. Keep acting all smug, and we're gonna put you right where you belong. In the dirt. The damn bugs have been getting on our nerves for far too long. Pretty ballsy of you to pull this underhanded crap on us. This is precisely why you Neanderthals are so annoying. We don't need to rely on underhanded tactics to take care of hoodlums like you. Yeah, and besides, you were the ones who sent one of our men to the hospital. What's the saying? An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. You better prepare yourselves, because we're gonna pass judgment on you. Fine by us. Val doesn't need to be here for us to kick your asses. And they pull out some knives. You took the words right out of my mouth. Wazi's presence is unnecessary for us to take out trash like you. Prepare for the crusade, everyone. It's time to eliminate these Saber Viper scum. It pulls out like metal pipes and a slingshot. I would bet on the people with spiked bats and knives, honestly. Hold it. The hell? I've never seen any of you before. Cease your fighting immediately. Your thoughtless actions are causing a disturbance for all of the residents living here. Hey. Who do you think you are, coming out of nowhere and bossing us around? Well, I guess we do just look like a bunch of randos to them. And then you see the old lady in the top right just sitting there on the bench watching the fight. How do we proceed? Reveal your detective notebook or stop without revealing your identity. Yeah, reveal detective notebook would be like, I'm a police officer. Or with the CPD's special support section. We've received a request from residents of the area to intervene. Hehehe, you're police officers? Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Ain't no way in hell. There's no way the police would respond to a request like that. They never come here. If you're going to lie, at least come up with a better one than that. We're being serious. Regardless, that doesn't change the fact that you're disturbing the other residents. If you're so intent on handing out ass kicking, then why not take it outside the city? I'm sure you guys could use the exercise. You got gut, I'll give you that. Thinking you can waltz into the downtown district and run your mouth like that? We have our own code we follow here. If you keep pushing your luck, all it'll get you is a trip to an early grave. Damn it. Ugh, we ain't getting through to these punks at all. Are there no other conclusions to this situation? I suppose we have no other choice. They're pulling out a gun. I didn't notice I could use these two chicks here. You're trying to act cool so you can impress them. Hey, why don't you babes ditch these losers and hang out with some real men? You really are a bunch of Neanderthals. This isn't the time to be hitting on women. How about we get rid of these pests first? We can continue our fight afterward. Are you okay with that, you red worms? Yeah, huh. Fine by us. Take them down, boys. 4v4. Such a fair group. They don't even go out of their way to overwhelm us. Ugh. Sadly, I have no AoE. AoE would be very helpful. Although he has AoE. Axel Rush, like, there? I think I'd rather push him sideways instead of pushing them towards. And that had a net gain. AoE these dudes. He's gone. Stun knife. Why do they have like a taser knife? That's weird. So she's gonna shoot him. Push these guys together. And she should be fine. Don't make fun of us. Strength up, defense down. That's actually kind of useful. I don't know if analyzing has any benefit on these dudes, but it seems funny. Yeah. Defense ADF, member of the Testaments, has an array of ammo for his slingshot. If he drops neutral elemental affinity, 264 health. So I don't. Oh, this does do AoE. Got rid of them. I guess I'll just. I don't want to kill that guy yet because I want to try to save up when I analyze them, just in case there's any benefit to it. Because it's weird how I don't think it's important to analyze them, but ooh, they drop battle scope. Close with a bat covered in nails. I guess these are different. Each one is a different unit, so I probably, if I needed to collect them, that wouldn't be the way to do it. Don't get too cocky. He says and doesn't do anything on his turn. What a weird fight scene. I guess I just punch this guy. Out of range? No. Close. But I mean, they fought honorably. 4v4 instead of 8v4. Ooh. Why do these random humans give so much Sepith? Battle scope, kinda useful. Damn, these guys are no amateurs. I thought they were just arm candy. What's with their staff? That thing nearly fried me. What the hell? They're screwing with us. You guys really are bracing, aren't you? I told you already, we're police officers. People really have lost all trust in the police. Fine, have it your way. We're done playing knife. This time, you're all dead. Let's do this, men. We must show them the true power of the Testament, even if they are bracers. Ugh. What in the absolute hell do you guys think you're doing? I think you've all done quite enough. But Wild? It's an odd name. Well, Wazi, you came. Oh, these guys must be. Like our head honchos have entered the battlefield. You guys have been having fun while I was napping? So, anyone can explain what the hell's going on here? How do we put this? We were trying to teach them blue bastards a lesson, then these four chumps came out of nowhere and interrupted our fight. You moron. Didn't I tell you to use that damn head of yours before you start shit? Are you dumbasses trying to piss all over my reputation for taking up fights in public? Is that it? By taking up fights in public? No, sir. Not at all. We'd never do anything to piss on your reputation. Cough, cough. And what do you all have to say for yourself? Should I take this to mean you're not capable of following my orders? Wait, hold on, Wasi. They started taunting us. That's why we... Enough of your excuses. As members of the Brotherhood, you should know better than this. I understand. But we'll reflect upon our actions. It's fine, as long as you guys understand. Haha, you guys are the same as ever. A bunch of freaking weirdos. Making your men dress up in those creepy ass threads? You think you're a cult leader or something? Heh, I didn't force them to wear these garments. How about you? Taking your anger out on your subordinates? Is that any way for a leader to act? Ha ha ha. Heh heh heh. What's with these two? I can't gauge their relationship. Anyway, we've got more important matters to deal with. You four, is it true you're actually police officers? If so, sure don't look the part. Heh. From the look of it, they ain't half bad at fighting though. Especially the redhead. Dude's built like an ox. Well, thanks, buddy. Can't say I hold a candle to you, though. As for the two ladies with you, there's no way you can convince me they're police officers. I gotta admit they're good-looking gals, though. How flattering. It's true, though. We're the CPD's new recruits. We're with the Special Support Section, a division that was just established. Ah, you're the ones that appeared in today's issue of the Crossbell Times, then. We were in the Crossbell Times? We definitely knew we were in the Crossbell Times. It's been mentioned like 3 or 4 times. Could it have been the article on our rescue efforts? Huh? These guys pull off something big? Yeah, apparently they were pathetic. They were a pathetic opening act to one of the guild's dramatic rescues. Oh, I'm sorry. I suppose your so-called contributions did help, if only slightly. Ugh. Hey, don't make that face. I'll stop teasing you poor guys. My name's Wazi. Wazi Hemisphere? What a weird name. I suppose you could call me the leader of the Testaments. Why the uncertainty? Well, you fit the image of a leader far more than I do. That shiny bald head of yours is the perfect thing to rally troops around. Enough screwing around. The name's Wild the Whales. That's not how they pronounce it, but... leader of the Saber Vipers. So, you're Wazi and Wald, then. Allow me to formally introduce myself. I'm Lloyd Banning of the CPD's Special Support Section. I imagine that you don't intend to escalate the conflict any further. Is it fine to leave? Is it fine if I leave the rest to you two? Ha ha ha. Heh heh heh. And then they laugh. What's so funny? Oh, nothing. I was just thinking how wonderfully naive you are. You think we plan on de-escalating the situation? Haha. What kind of dumbass train of thought is that? The only reason we stopped them is because we haven't finished our preparations. We plan on having the ultimate showdown once we're ready. And when we do finally go at it, you can bet it ain't gonna be the child's play you just saw. Which one of us is gonna be left standing? We ain't stopping until one side's nothing but corpses. What? You're kidding me, right? You guys really trying to kill each other? Haha. Don't know why you're acting so all surprised. Though, pretty obvious which one of us will get their asses handed to them right now. Yeah, keep running your mouth while you still can. At any rate, this is none of your business. Bunch of government dogs. Heck, a bunch of rookies like yourselves should stay out of this. What? Okay, time to roll out, boys. Yeah. Let's get going too. Yes, sir. Well, they're quite the handful. I get the feeling they were completely serious about everything they said, too. Yeah, based on what we saw, this place will be a war zone in the next few days. Things are gonna get really bloody. I can tell. We have technically completed the mission assigned to us by the chief. This problem is beyond the scope of our mission, correct? I disagree. As things stand, I don't think we can fully call our mission complete just yet. If we just walk off now, then the police will never regain the citizens' trust. A convincing argument. You're right, Lloyd. Now that we've gotten involved, we need to find some way to stop them from fighting. Bit of a tall order, ain't it? He didn't strike me as the type to start playing nice, just because someone told him to. Yeah, you're not wrong. This is just following a guide. Supposedly this is the better answer for some reason. I doubt we'd receive any support if we sent it in a request to headquarters. Seems like our best course of action is to take care of this ourselves. Oh, shouldn't we at least report in and see what headquarters has to say? They might offer to increase patrols in the area. I doubt it. Think about it. Those guys were causing a scene in broad daylight. They knew the police wouldn't show up to stop them. I think headquarters has intentionally abandoned the downtown district. Oh. According to the database, the patrols in this district have been drastically decreased as of late. It seems the purpose was budget related. Looks like we were right. But doesn't that mean we're kinda screwed? Why not just confront each group head on, beat their asses, and make sure they don't step out of line? I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that. Hold on a second. Why do they even want to wipe each other out in the first place? I'm not actually sure either. Ain't it obvious? They're a bunch of heated hooligans trying to take control of some territory. I don't think that's the case. If it were that simple, they wouldn't need to completely wipe each other out. It'd make more sense if they were competing over a vested interest, but they're just a simple gang of delinquents. So why is it necessary for them to go to such lengths? I am impressed by your deduction. Likewise. Damn, man. What's wrong? Did I say something strange? Not at all. I was just thinking that you truly earned those detective qualifications of yours. Yeah, you ain't half bad. Now that I think about it, it didn't seem like their leaders hated each other's guts all that much. There is a strong possibility that some underlying reason is driving the conflict. One known only to them, and serious enough to warrant the two groups trying to wipe each other out. Yeah, that was my thought process. Well, there's only one thing left to do, right? You know it. Shall we pay the Saber Vipers and Testaments a visit? Which of the two should we speak to first? So I also need to check the vacancy here. We still have other matters in downtown to worry about. We should have time for support requests. This appears to be the apartment complex City Hall wanted us to check up on. The downtown district's Lotus Heights. There should be 3 vacancies, according to the documents provided by City Hall. Oh, are you with the government? Actually, we're police officers. We're just here to examine some vacancies to help bolster our crime prevention efforts. Vacancies, eh? I only recall there being 1 vacant room, though. Are you certain? Are there not 3? No, I don't believe so. It doesn't shock me that the government has trouble keeping up with that kind of information, to be honest. Though I imagine that's probably why the downtown district has fallen into such disrepair. They've more or less given up on us. Anyways, you're welcome to inspect the rooms as long as you don't disturb the other tenants. Okay then, shall we go take a look? Sure, sounds like a plan. Let's check here, there's people here. What's with the ruckus? That's probably his room, so it's not a vacancy. Is it me or did it get more quiet? Or did it get more quiet? This one is a room. The door is locked. Excuse me, is anybody home? It's gonna be the same. I failed to detect any presence inside. Yeah, makes sense. Check out all the dust on the doorknob, too. I doubt anybody's lived here for a long time. Figures as much. I believe every other unit is occupied, making this the only vacant unit. Okay. Unit 203 of Lotus Heights. Scribble, scribble. Great. Now that we've confirmed the details in the documents, our work here is done. Head back to City Hall and report our findings. Let's see if they let us leave. There's a chance they won't. I assume they will, but yeah, it's been far less restrictive in locking you to a specific element. Like a lot of games, I took damage from the fight, obviously. Like a lot of games, you get to an area like that and then it locks you there and you can't leave. So I'm glad this lets you do the other work. Hello everyone. Is the verification process going well? Yeah, we wrapped up a little bit while ago. We're here to submit our report. Lloyd handed over the correct documents. Wow, you've even included footnotes for each of the room numbers. Thank you so much. I'm sure Residential Affairs will be more than grateful for the help. I'd rather they worked on being a bit more organized with their documentation instead. All their mistakes had us on one seriously wild goose chase. As we are not a part of their organization, it may not be our place to comment, but the organization of the original documents was subpar at best. I'm truly sorry for the trouble. Residential Affairs tries their hardest to ensure complete accuracy in their documentation. However, Diet members are constantly putting pressure on them. I hope you will accept my apology on their behalf. No, that's okay. We may have been a little insensitive. Seems like they had their own share of problems. Right. Members of the Crossbell Diet can make life harder for a lot of people. Anyway, I'm glad we could be of assistance. I know it can get overwhelming at times, but please don't hesitate to contact us for help again. I agree. Assignments of a similar nature should be no problem for us. Just say the word, and we'll be there. Thank you for the offer. Be sure to take you up on it when the time comes. Vacancy verification complete. Now that... I need to actually remember these buttons. That's all of these done but not reported. I just have the quarrel to deal with, and that's it. But I'm going to stop by the Geofront to heal, because I want to be full health. Kind of wild that there's... I guess I could technically go to the hotel to heal, but that's not free. Oh, it's just reminding me of the first game where I spent so long having to run all the way back to heal. Now back to the downtown district to make progress. So, I need to talk to the groups. So, let's go here because it's close. Closer today. Exit. A billiards table? Must be one of those billiards clubs. Seems like a pretty nice place. Trinity. This facility seems to possess a legitimate business permit. This is a testament hangout. What do you want? Wait, you're... those police dogs? Hello there. Sorry to intrude. The sign said you were open, so I figured we'd come by and have a friendly chat. Sure. Do you really think you can just waltz in here like this? What do you want with us? You better have a good reason for being here. If you've come to fight, we'll continue where we left off and settle things once and for all. Stop. Abbas. Probably. But why are you stopping us? Do not forget, this place is our sanctuary. Cease your petty arguments. What are your orders, Wazi? Let's see. I don't see the harm in letting them say. Understood. Thanks. What's the matter with these people? Look as if they're about to hold some kind of ceremony. Well, why are you here? Didn't I tell you guys already? I don't have anything to say to a bunch of dogs. Just because you don't have anything to say to us doesn't mean the opposite holds true. We'd appreciate it if you could cooperate with us in an investigation. An investigation? Let me just say up front that I don't intend to put our fighting with the Vipers on hold. The residents may be bothered by our little scuffles. They'll just have to deal with it till it's all over. Yeah, don't worry. We're not here to stop your dispute with the Vipers. We came to find out the reason behind it. Why are you both trying to wipe each other out? Oh. That's... Silence. Let Wazi handle this. Sorry. considering your reactions, there's more to the story than meets the eye. Care to share the details with us? Even if I bother explaining the details to you, what could you possibly hope to accomplish? If you were bracers, that'd be one thing. What are the police gonna do? Are you guys really planning on helping out a bunch of ruffians like us? I'll admit that the police have been awfully negligent when it comes to the downtown district. And you're not wrong. Knowing the details doesn't necessarily mean that we'd be able to help you out. After all, we're not bracers. We don't prioritize the safety of civilians like they do. Oh there, pal. Wait a minute, Lloyd. What's the point in us talking then? Do you honestly think I'd graciously provide you information with nothing in return? Has no one taught you the concept of give and take? That's where you're wrong. They do have something to give in return. Oh, do tell. A detective's job is to shine a light on the secrets that lie deep in the shadows of society. At least, that's what I was taught growing up. If your heart holds even the slightest bit of that darkness known as doubt, then we can help relieve you of that shadow looming over you. We'll uncover the truth, no matter what. That is what I have to give you in return. Ah, impressive. Haha. Ahahahahahaha. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. It's not every day you get to hear an overly dramatic speech of that caliber. You're Lloyd, right? I like you. It's been a while since I've had such a good laugh. I wasn't saying all that to get a laugh. Anyway, what's your answer? Will you share with us your reason for wanting to wipe out the Saber Vipers? Alright, fine. It'd be rude of me to deny you after such a rousing speech. Abbas, if you would please. Understood. I've yet to introduce myself. My name is Abbas. I'm a member of the Testaments. Oh, pleased to meet you. He's huge. Is he a bodybuilder or something? The incident responsible for our dispute occurred 5 nights ago. One of our members was ambushed by the Vipers in a nearby alleyway. Ooh. Ambushed? Would you say that it wasn't just a normal, everyday fight? It wasn't a fight at all. He took a heavy blow to the back of his head and was beaten by a group of guys well after he lost consciousness. It was a massacre. They beat him so bad that he was sent to the hospital. No mercy at all, eh? So, how's the victim doing now? Based on what we've heard from the hospital, he hasn't regained consciousness yet. They finished treating his other wounds. The blow to his head was more serious than it first appeared. We're currently waiting for further updates on his condition. I see. Is it safe to assume you didn't report this attack to the police? Why would we? I can't imagine they'd offer any assistance. Regardless, the culprits are clear. Involving the police would only interfere with our plans to deal with the situation ourselves. I see. Hold on. If the victim has yet to regain consciousness, how can you claim with certainty that the Saber Vipers are the culprits? Hey, she's right. Is this all only based on circumstantial evidence? Despite what you may think, we're not so simple-minded. We're known for being a fair bit sharper than our meat-headed counterparts. Though I suppose you may find that hard to believe. Wazi. We've got good reason to be sure that the Vipers are the culprits. I'm sure you can deduce what that reason is, Mr. Detective. Well, I guess I've already followed a guide, but that's the only one that makes sense. Footprints are not as trackable. The location is just a location. What if it's spiked bats that hit him, then... I think I know. You were able to discern their identities by the type of wound inflicted, right? Right, you are my friend. Well, most of the injuries were bumps and bruises. There were also a few lacerations. It was as though they'd used something both sharp and blunt in their assault. Bumps and bruises, paired with lacerations from something both sharp and blunt. Oh. Gotcha. You figure it was done by a nail bat, like we saw one of them use earlier. I see. The wounds inflicted on him would certainly serve as decisive pieces of evidence. I think I've got a good grasp of what happened now. Thank you. Information was very helpful. Sure, no problem. Is that all you wanted, though? Here I was thinking you had come in here to beg us to stop our plans for revenge. I'd obviously love for you to refrain from carrying out your plans against the Vipers, but I still don't have enough information to come to a conclusion yet. You need to pay the Saber Vipers a visit and hear their side of the story first. If we're able to figure out anything new, we'll let you know. Well, alright then. Looks like you're dead set on carrying out this little investigation of yours, Mr. Detective. I'll be waiting with bated breath to see what you turn up. Don't forget, if your investigation fails, we'll turn this district into a bloodbath. Understood. I'll be sure to bring you back information that won't leave you disappointed. We talk. We don't react when we stand together. That day, he was going home for the first time in a while. When we found Azel, he was already collapsed on the ground, covered in cuts and bruises. That was definitely the work of a nail bat. Thanks for the time for the information. I'm not gonna keep talking to these dudes. So, I'm gonna prepare. So let's save in case I need to rewind, because it's a fight here, like a one-on-one fight, so if I lose, it's kind of difficult to just repeat. I don't think the fight is... Yeah, it's like, looking at it, following a guide, because there's so much easily missable stuff, it's like, you need to win in 32 turns or less, which is wild. That there's a specific, gotta beat 32 turns. It can't take any longer than that. So I will actually follow the recommendation to get Lloyd's CP up to 200. I don't think this is a bad plan. Oh, it goes up by like 3. I wonder if there's a... I guess actually, if I have these people move, waste their turns, making it so that Lloyd gets another turn, that would probably be lethal. But if I force it so that he gets a turn, that's probably a better way to get the craft points gained. I also might be able to get enough. Oh, actually no, I beat up the dude, so I can actually go get the quartz. I think action quartz. Straight up the worst enemy early in the game, because you can't spam arts this early. And it keeps moving further away because it's getting pushed, but I'm gonna attack because the critical's worth it. Okay. She's gonna get some Sepith. She's not in, not in range. He's fine. Might not be lethal. Got it. Okay, they're gonna level before then, but we'll have a bunch of craft points too. Actually, I probably could just rest at the hotel, huh? It might be a better plan to just rest at the hotel for the rat. It's only 50 though. Like, resting for 50 seems wasteful. And I got a craft? Actually, I'd probably change the formation too. He's the front line. Probably move them in a bit, just for now, because it doesn't really matter. Wanted to check stun break. High power, canceling arts and crafts is potentially useful. I don't know if it matters this early in the game, but eventually it will be useful. Attacking. Nothing to heal from, so it just dealt damage. Oh, this is good. He's gonna get 10 CP from this. That will save me some time. Do this quick, keep going. I should actually go up there, see what happens. I've never actually... I haven't gone up that. I don't know if this gives me... Yes, it gives me a significantly reduced amount of craft points, so that's not worth using when my entire goal is generating craft points. So cancel this. Cancel. Yeah. That's an interesting mechanism. Oh. If I could delay enough, I could push... Okay, so delay... If I move both of them... Is there any sort of short enough delay? I'm just gonna move, see if I can push their turns just enough. Oh, the delay's not quite enough. Ooh, close. If I use an item, will it let me? No, it'll delay too much. If I'll attack, see if I can delay with him. I don't think I'll be able to delay by the correct amount. Yeah, can't delay it by the amount that I would need. Is there anything he can do that would make him only take one turn? No, let's just end it. That would have been nice to get the 50 there. That would have been the end of this. Okay, but progress is being made. And I'm getting more Sepith, so I can make another quartz. Probably action quartz is what I want to look for. I think this path is more interesting because it goes to a heal. It'll be faster to just win the fight. Keep on. Ooh, miss. Good, I think. Okay. No team rush. Keep these other guys occupied. She's too strong. I hope that he doesn't kill here. He does. Shame. But I think I think I only need 2 more. And then I'll be at full charge. I don't think there's another enemy for a while. Okay, good. These guys, if I get to full charge, then I can leave. Yeah, 1 more hit by him, and it will be good. And I think as long as I kill this guy, I'll be fine. I guess I'll delay her attack. Attack with him. And he's full charge. I'm gonna go... Oh shoot. Okay, I'm gonna go back up. just to see where the ladder actually exits. Gotta be careful of random enemies. Up we go. Okay, I can just run through. Okay, where does this actually go out? Maybe there's... Yes! There's a chest. A bunch of Sepith. That's very useful. Do you know the Bell of Crossbell was discovered in S1185, but it was known of long before researchers relocated it. Its documented history dates back to the Middle Ages, and it helped inspire the name Crossbell. I mean, this is a pretty wild place for kids to randomly be exploring. Like, the kids climbed over 2 fences. That's kind of a weird place for them to go. Let's hope there's nobody running into me. I think this is where I want to go. Oh, I'm lost. Well, I'll just out of here. Fighting these guys can be awful, but I'll just do it really quick. Okay. There, done. Okay, let's try not to run into another guy. Yeah, I knew there was a rat. Rest, make sure I'm full health. Turn off my speed. Then keep moving. So now it's time for the next step. Oh wait, no, I wanted to get probably action as a quartz, because it gives better, you know, action economy. And if I can then give him 1 more slot, I could give him 2 more slots actually. Is it worth it? Probably not, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Let's put HP and action, see what arts I've got. Tier, Chrono Down is very useful. Returns lower stats to normal, and then just normal attack. But now I have more EP, so I really should just go rest again, which is a waste of time. So now I'm done with that. Back to the conflict. Yes, pass it here. And let's save and go visit the Saber Vipers. You're those cops. Those clothes. Is this place supposed to be the Saber Vipers' home base? This is a music venue known as Ignis. I believe it was originally a warehouse. Has since been remodeled. They do not pay taxes, so I am unaware of the specifics. Don't just ignore me. I may be a rookie, but I'm a proud member of the Vipers all the same. Oh, sorry about that. We were hoping to have a discussion with your boss. Do you think you could let us in? You want to see Wald? There's no way he'd give a bunch of police dogs like you the time of day. But no means no. Get the hell out of here. Oh, this isn't how I imagine it's going. Gotta admit, for a delinquent, he's a cute, bright-eyed kid. Hello there. Can I ask you what your name is? Me? I'm Dino. What's it to you? Dino, huh? What a tough-sounding name. Oh, Dino. Seems like you're put in charge of keeping watch for anyone suspicious, right? That's right. Wald personally assigned this job to me. I can't have any of these Testament jerks breaking in here. I definitely wasn't forced into this post by the other members. That makes sense. It's a very important job. But we aren't members of the Testaments. There shouldn't be any problems for you to let us in, correct? But I saw you all fighting with our guys earlier. If I let you in... You say fighting, but a little scuffle like that is the same as saying hello for you Saber Vipers, right? Besides, your boss doesn't seem to mind at all. But... if you still aren't willing to trust us, then... Pulling a gun out on a kid. What? What are you doing, Ellie? What is the meaning of this? Aw, that's lame. Here, take it. You can hold on to my pistol while we're inside. This is incredibly precious to me. I hope you'll take good care of it until I return. Fine. I get it, already. You don't have to take it that far. I'll go and ask Wald if you can enter. You better not sneak in while I'm gone. Damn, that was a ballsy move. It certainly shocked me. That was impressive, Ellie. I don't think I'd be able to pull off a negotiation like that. I'm quite familiar with these types of situations, but feel free to rely on me. I don't think that approach would work on someone like Wald, though. You're better off speaking to him in a similar manner as you did with Wazi. Yeah, I know. Thanks. Ahem. Wald will see you now. You got the okay to come in, but if I catch you trying any funny business, finished. Hehe. Thank you. If you'll excuse us, then. What a goofball. Don't want to go through that again. So this is what it's like inside. It is too noisy. You were right. They turned it into a music venue. Damn, this place is their hangout? I'm almost a little jealous. Hey, I was waiting for you to show up. You sure got some stones if you think you can just walk in here. Ha! They must have a death wish or something. It looks like those blue bastards told you most of the details already. What are you here for then? You gonna arrest us? Not at all. We were hoping to ask you for your cooperation in our investigation. If you don't mind, why exactly do you want to destroy the Testaments? We've heard their side of the story, but we'd like to hear yours now. Huh? Why? Is the Testament statement not sufficient enough to explain their feud? No, it's not. The truth can easily change depending on who you talk to and what they claim they saw. The actual truth can only be brought to light once everyone's accounts has been thoroughly cross-examined and scrutinized. Doing so is one of my duties as a detective. Well, when you put it like that, it makes sense. So essentially, we need to analyze the case from various angles, correct? Hey, you're a weirdo, that's for sure. Wouldn't it make things a lot easier if you just assumed we were the baddies? But what are you saying, Wald? Listen up, you punk-ass detective. Let's say I do have this info you're so desperate to get. If I share it with you, what's in it for me? Well, I'm guessing you won't be satisfied with just learning the truth. Yeah. Hell no, I won't. See, I'm the kind of guy who lives off of wrecking stuff, causing uproars. How about this? I'll give you what you're after. If you can sate my bloodlust. Right here, right now. What a silly character. Are you out of your mind? Let's have ourselves a little brawl. My gang versus yours. Kick our asses and you'll get all the info you need. Not a bad deal, right? We aren't gonna fight you, Wald. Self-defense is one thing, but as members of the police, we can't participate in meaningless fights. Come on, man. Why are you being such a killjoy? If you're that afraid of getting pummeled, how about you just leave it to the two ladies here instead? Huh? You're pushing your luck. Huh? Are you serious, boss? I don't know about that. He's kinda scummy, yeah? Shut up, you morons. What's the big deal? Just leave him with us for a couple hours while the two of you go on a little walk. Pretty creepy. Do it, and I'll tell you everything. Hahaha. Sound good? Actually, I have a better idea. Me and you, Wald. There shouldn't be any problems if we call it a friendly scrimmage. If I win, you tell me everything you know about the case. Is that good enough for you? Wait, Lloyd. Is that really a good idea? Or a... hold on a sec. A reckless idea. I must say. Are you out of your goddamn mind? Red over there looks like he'd stand a chance, but you? You're like a twig compared to me. Despite how I look, I'm still a detective. I've been through plenty of training. But I don't intend to lose to some 2-bit street delinquent like you. Ha 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 ha. That's pretty scary. Didn't think there'd be another guy stupid enough to challenge me to a fight. Okay then, kid. Wald Wallace. Wald Wallace. The Demon Squasher, leader of the Saber Vipers, accepts your challenge. If you think you can take me down, then show me what you got. You've got. Let's see. So if I attack and then S break. Get a quick 2 hits. I don't know if that's a good idea or not, but I wonder if he can be debuffed. Actually, I probably should have started with a battle thing to debuff him. I think that would have been a better play. No, I might just lose. If I'd started with a battle scope, he would have been hit harder there. I think as long as he doesn't get 2 hits on me, I can get 1 hit here. I can get 1 hit and then heal on my next turn, hopefully. If not, I can just reload and restart. Super luck. I guess I can try again. Neck hang. Might do more damage this time though. Oh, I didn't die. I don't know how much this heals. It probably doesn't heal 500. I have 500 there. I could probably use 2 of those without too much issue. Yeah, let's just try this. I mean, I got an achievement, it looks like. It's not gonna get me a good amount of... I can attack him, and I can probably S-craft right away. So maybe trying to battle scope before using this would have been better. He's gonna hit me twice and then kill me actually, isn't he? Okay, that didn't hit that hard. I should probably still heal. Completely forgetting that healing takes time. Okay, that full healed, so I should be fine. Now, as long as I don't waste too much time and my S-Craft charges fast enough, this fight should be fine. That's a lot of charge there. I don't want to risk dying here. Kind of lame to use an item in this fight. It's sort of 1v1 duel though. Let's take the risk that he might. This might be enough actually, so I should be fine. Okay. Hopefully that was quick enough. Not a very interesting fight. There's not really many options you get. He gave less Sepith than the goons. What? He won? Damn, not bad at all. How about that? Looks like you ain't all talk after all. Wasn't expecting you to go at it so hard like that. Well, are you okay? Damn you, you'll pay for that. Shut up, you dumbasses. Ugh. Is this guy even human? Either way, not bad for a warm-up round. For a second there, I considered going all out, but my showdown with that pretty boy is almost here, so I'll let you off the hook this time. How thoughtful of you. So, mind filling us in on the details of the incident now? Heh, sure. You earned it, I guess. It all happened 5 nights ago. Those blue bastards jumped one of my boys. Happened right nearby here, too. Wait, what? It's just like... I bet those cowards told you one of their own was attacked the same way. Of course, that's just something they pulled out of their asses. Us saber vipers like to throw down, but we fight like men. You really think we bitch out and jump somebody in the dark? How badly was your guy hurt? Beaten till his bones started to fracture. He's in the hospital now. That'll be a month or so till he's fully recovered. Unlike the Blue Bastards guy, he didn't pass out right after the pummeling started. But he took a hell of a worse beating, that's for sure. I see. You guys definitely sure the testaments are the perps? If your guy's conscious now, he must have seen who got him, right? Well, yeah, but... Wait. Did he not even see the attackers? Guess not. But it was definitely those blue bastards. I'd bet my life on it. After all, he was sniped by one of those rocks. A rock? Are you referring to the stones they launched with their slingshots? Damn right I am. The shot knocked him flat on his ass, so the cowards took the chance to rush in and beat him down. He hung on for a bit, then passed out. As far as I'm concerned, culprits are obvious. Haha, that's all I gotta tell you. Said it before, and I'll say it again. I couldn't care less about the little details. I'm gonna put an end to that pretty boy, and every last one of his blue bastards. Nothing else matters at this point. Want to interfere? Be my guest. I'll just have to crush you along with them. You made your point, Wald. Anyway, thanks for your cooperation. I'm sure your statement will be a key in solving this case. We'll contact you if we figure anything out. Knock yourself out, kid. Music's always a lot of fun. This is quite confusing. A member of each group was assaulted. Perhaps they were being untruthful. On second thought, none of them seemed to be lying. Is something the matter? You still recovering from the fight? Huh? Oh no, that's not it. I'm fine. Besides, he was going easy on me. I was just thinking that something doesn't add up. How so? Well, 5 nights ago, members from both groups were assaulted at the same time, but in different locations. Even if they had coincidentally attacked each other simultaneously, with this many people involved, how likely would it be for them to be oblivious of each other's movement? Oh, you're right. Neither of them are pros at covert operations, so chances of that are slim as hell. What if one group was established, and then retaliated in kind? That wouldn't explain it either. They would have taken precautionary measures to avoid facing retaliation from the enemy. But both sides were taken completely by surprise. Isn't that right, Lloyd? Yeah. There's definitely something off about this case. It feels like we're still missing a critical piece of the puzzle. Looks like guys could use a hand. Aren't you the reporter from the Crossbell Times? Hello, hello everyone. We meet again. Cha-ching. Just scored myself a money shot. This is an infringement of our right to privacy. I can't help it. Take pictures for as long as I have, and your camera develops a mind of its own. Who knows? Maybe I'll feature you in my next article. You guys should take any publicity you can get. I don't think it works that way. We read the nasty article you recently wrote about us. Do you intend to make a mockery of us again? Hahaha. What can I say? You guys seem to be a hit with the readers. More importantly, it looks like you've managed to land yourselves neck deep in yet another juicy scoop. Maybe you'd be interested in helping little old me with my next big story? I'll even take you out for a nice meal of thanks for the article from the other day. My treat! No. What makes you think we'd share information about an ongoing investigation with a civilian? Let alone someone working with the media. Ah, phooey. Don't sweat the details. And here I was thinking I'd treat everyone to some truly delicious Eastern cuisine. And offer you the critical piece of the puzzle for dessert. What? Oh, that's what you're playing at. You're trying to reel us in with the old give and take. Bingo. If you find yourself getting peckish, I'll be at Long Lao Tavern near the East Street exit. I'll head there first and drink all by my lonesome until you arrive. Oh, come to think, I haven't properly introduced myself, have I? I'm Grace Lynn, a reporter for the Crossbell Times. But you can call me Miss Grace if you'd like, hee hee. Grace Lynn, a reporter for the Crossbell Times. This whole offer of hers seems shady as hell, but damn if she didn't lay out some good bait. Might be worth seeing what her deal is. Yeah. Putting her bribery attempt aside for now, we should probably at least hear her out. We can't rely on headquarters to assist us, so we should take any help we can get for the investigation. Agreed. As a reporter, I imagine she's fairly well informed. But we'd best be careful what we say in front of her. I agree. She gave the impression she was ready to strike the moment you let your guard down. Shh. Talk about a harsh assessment. Do. Guess I can talk to her, see if it heals me. We're eating at a restaurant, and food heals, so maybe I don't have to go manually heal. Where is she? Is she over here? Yes. Hehehe. I need you to come crawling to me. Don't be shy now. Have a seat. Like I promised, it's my treat. You get whatever you like. So get whatever you like. Well, while that's awfully kind of you, we'll have to respectfully decline the dinner. The chef in the back is kind of hovering. It's kind of funny. How about we stick to exchanging information? Boo, you're no fun. Or are you trying to make a statement that you're impervious to bribes, unlike the upper echelons of CPD? What? I don't see the problem with it. If you're buying, I'll be happy to go to town on some free food. I would also accept, so long as you do not have any ulterior motives. It's probably okay. I don't see the harm in sharing a casual meal together. You too, Ellie? Haha. Looks like you're the only one worried about Big Bad Grace's shady dinner invite, Lloyd. How are you ever going to become a pro detective if you're not willing to bend the rules once in a while? Yeah. Alright, I get it already. But no alcohol. Thank you very much for the meal. This is delectable. The chef here is highly skilled. Munch, munch. This food is very satisfying. Though it's kinda hard to save something this tasty without a good drink. Come on, Lloyd. Don't be such a hard ass. One sip ain't gonna kill me, you know? Absolutely not. You know we're still technically on duty, right? We have to keep our wits about us at all times. Yeah, whatever. Our leader's as stubborn as a damn mule. I believe the problem is that you are far too loose with the rules, Randy. I'm gonna have to agree with them. Drinking on the job is highly inappropriate. Hehe. Oh, you guys are so entertaining. Your personalities are wildly different, yet you fit together so perfectly. I think the four of you really make quite the team. I hope you know that flattery isn't going to get you anything. Anyway, back to the topic at hand. We've now told you everything we know about the incident in the downtown district. I seem to recall you mentioning that you had the missing piece of the puzzle earlier. Isn't it about time you filled us in on it? And what if I told you I don't wanna? I suppose we just have to never trust you again. Further, today will be the last time we would ever speak with you. Oh, calm down. I was just messing with you. But I gotta say, you really are cute when you bust out that serious face of yours. Maybe because it's such a charming contrast to your usual soft, friendly disposition. Okay guys, how about we get back to work? Yes, sounds fine by me. Thank you for the meal. Don't be like that. I said I was kidding, didn't I? You want your puzzle piece? Right? Fine. I'll tell you. I promise. Where do I begin? Okay, first things first. Are you familiar with a group named Ravash? Oh. That name. What's up with you two? Your jaws just dropped straight to the floor. Ravash and Co. I believe there is a business in Crossbell registered under that name. Well, that's what they present themselves as your average law-abiding citizens. The truth of the matter is that they're actually Crossbell's mafia. They've been controlling our dark underworld for a long time. The mafia. They are a criminal organization, then. Makes sense. I've definitely heard rumors about there being a mafia in Crossbell. Guessing this news doesn't come as a surprise to either of you, yeah? Yeah. It's pretty hard to be in the dark about them if you're Crossbellin. Their organization has a vast network of connections that includes some very powerful people. Based on what I've heard, it's because of this that the police find it hard to take any action against them. I guess the underbelly of society is pretty much the same no matter where you go. So, what does Ravash have to do with this incident? More than you'd think. I've been hearing that Ravash's bigwigs have been very active recently. Viciously so. It's hard to pin down exactly what they're up to, but they're definitely getting ready for something big. Noticing this, I decided to do a bit of investigating of my own on the side. So the Mafia's making a move. What could they possibly be up to? Whatever it is, it certainly sounds ominous. I have a terrible feeling about this. That must be what brought you to the downtown district today, correct? What? Bingo, my friend. One of my sources let me know, about 2 weeks ago, that there were a few members of the Mafia snooping around the area. They were dressed inconspicuously, as though they were trying to conceal their identities. Doesn't that smell awfully fishy to you? Yeah, it definitely stinks. Agreed. Something feels out of place. It's unlikely that each gang would simultaneously and independently choose to attack one another. A third party orchestrating things from the shadows, however, would explain what happened. There is something I still do not understand. Why would a criminal organization want two delinquent groups to antagonize each other? Right, that's the million mirror question. It'd make sense if they already harbored a grudge against each other. Right? As far as I know, there haven't been any serious conflicts between them before now. Though, all three of these groups might be on the violent side. The Mafia are professionals. The gangs are amateurs next to them. Since there's nothing Ravash stands to gain, I don't see a reason they'd interact with them at all. What if one of them formed an alliance with the Mafia to off their rival group once and for all? If that's what's going on, then it'd mean the attack on themselves was staged to throw off suspicion. Well, I'm a bit doubtful they'd go quite that far. Yeah, I didn't get the impression that Wazi and Wald are on bad terms with each other. If anything, I feel like they had sort of a mutual respect for one another. Oh, that was quite the astute observation, like, color me impressed. You're right. As far as I'm aware, Wald and Wazi view each other as good sparring partners. Originally, Wald Saber Vipers were the only gang in the downtown district. However, that all changed 2 years ago. Wazi showed up out of nowhere and established the Testaments. And we all know how Wald is. So he obviously went to go put Wazi in his place, but, Wazi took him down? 2 for 2. Wow, you're good. Despite his charming look and small frame, Wazi's a skilled martial artist. I'd heard he managed to take Wald by surprise with his lightning-quick moves and pinned him to the ground. Wow. I was not expecting that. Dang, my cute little kid's really that strong? Guess you can't judge a book by its cover. No kidding. I know from experience that Wald is no pushover either. He might have underestimated Wazi that first time, but they fought a number of times since then and are basically evenly matched. And I think they respect each other precisely because of that history they share. I see. They're not just rivals. They see each other as equals. I suppose that rules out any likelihood that either of them formed an alliance with the Mafia to crush each other. Right. And their respective gangs are so loyal. I doubt this could have been a few subordinates acting out of line. This can really only mean one thing. Heh. I may have divulged a little more information than I should have. Huh? What do you mean? Well, I've got some interviews to take care of, so I'll be off now. Kick some butt with your investigation. I'll be eagerly awaiting a good scoop once you're done. Toodles! She certainly has her own unique way of doing things, doesn't she? But it's thanks to her that we were able to get some valuable information. Yeah, knowing that the Mafia is likely involved with this mess is a huge leap forward in our investigation. Now the real question is, why did the Mafia get involved with this? It's going to be a tough one to figure out with the limited evidence we have right now. I do not recall seeing any relevant information in the police database either. Assuming it is there somewhere, it is likely locked behind multiple levels of authorization. So basically, it's classified, huh? That seems likely, considering all the people the Mafia has in their pocket. Alright, let's head back to the SSS and see what Chief Sergei has to say about everything. Much as I'd love for us to solve the case, the situation is starting to become larger than what we can handle. You're right. But yeah, let's head back. Hopefully the old man will actually be there this time. So I'm going to pause for a second to go get some water because my throat is very sore now. I'll be back in a couple minutes. back now. You know, always stay hydrated. Looking at spoiler stuff. Supposedly, what you want to do is go back here to talk to people, which is weird. But Keats and Huey to learn about an ambulance. Damn those Saber Vipers. They've been holding a grudge against us ever since they lost the last fight. Shameful cowards. There's no doubt that they're the culprits. Keynes, he's the one I want to talk to. Now that it's come to this, I regret not reading my old man's medical textbooks. Medical textbooks? What the? Oh, it's just you guys again. You got a problem with me? Everybody has a secret or two. We dragged Ezel back here after he was assaulted to administer some emergency care, but he didn't regain consciousness. We ended up calling an ambulance and had to wait until dawn before we could shuttle him off. I may despise my own old man, but I really regret not having him teach me some basic first aid techniques. So that's what happened. You guys must be worried sick. Yeah, strangely enough, the ambulance didn't depart for the hospital immediately after picking up Ezel. Oh, how come? Apparently, some other person downtown got injured and sent to the hospital. It was some stinking Saber Viper. One of his comrades told us he got hurt. The ambulance ended up taking both injured victims to the hospital at the same time. So, members from both of your groups were assaulted on the same night. Interesting. We already knew about that. Talk about some convenient timing, eh? Convenient? The timing was horrible. Do you think we want to share an ambulance with some Viper? Ahem. Lost my cool for a second. Ezel being hospitalized has me worried. My old man works there, so maybe I'll use him as an excuse to go visit Ezel tomorrow. Supposedly you need to talk to that's something for, like, detective points. What are these kids doing? Huh? I thought they were gonna do a big showdown today. What the heck happened? Never let up. What's a kid? I give up already. I just want to play. Okay, if I go to the Bracers Guild, there's apparently a hidden quest. God love hidden quests that have no indication that they exist. Excuse me, Mitchell. Mitchell? I don't think it's Michael, so... We came back like you asked us to. So, what do you want to show us? Hey. Well, there you are. How cute of you to come running like a group of puppies when I call for you. Ahem. Well, if I recall correctly, you mentioned you had some kind of plan to measure competency, right? You sure did recall correctly. If you're feeling up to the challenge, what do you say taking a little test? Huh? What kind of test is it exactly? Oh, it's nothing too complicated. I'll pick out 10 questions at random from our test bank we use in the written portion of the Bracer exam. That way, I'll be able to know if you're at least as knowledgeable as a junior Bracer, if you manage to get all 10 of them right. However, if you were to fail, there will be no place for us to operate in Crossbell, where some of the continent's greatest Bracers have gathered. Am I correct? Man, talk about putting on the pressure. So we missed one question, and we're gonna be labeled a bunch of dumbasses? That's kind of a raw deal. Oh, pshaw. That's always a weird exclamation. Not at all. I'm not doing this to put you guys down. That's just not my style. So here's a tip for you. You can study the stuff that's going to be on the exam over at the public library in the administrative district. Remember, I'm giving you this test to see if you'll actually be worth your salt when it comes to helping the citizens of Crossbell. So, are you guys up for the challenge? Sure, we'll give it a shot. Now that's what I'm talking about, baby. Yo, Lloyd, sure about this? Yeah, I'm not too worried about it, honestly. We have to take similar exams back at the academy. And besides, it's almost like I'm running away if I back out of it now. It wouldn't feel right. I understand what you mean, and I agree. Likewise. Okay, guess there's nothing more to say then. Let's do this. Ahaha, I like that feisty attitude. By the way, Lloyd, I get the impression that you're the leader of the group, in a way. Want to take a crack at answering the questions on behalf of everyone else? Yeah, I'll do it. Ooh, I love that look in your eyes. It's giving me the willies. Okay, boys and girls, let's get this party started. So I'm gonna just do it. I'm gonna go with what I think it is, and then just check with the guide because I don't want to waste time on this, and I don't want to miss DP because there's actually relevant stuff. Examination. Now the first question, this one will be a cute freebie to get you warmed up. As we all know, the orbital revolutions brought forth the technological advancement of orbits in our continent. The question is, how many years ago did it occur? I feel like it's like 50 or something. Hey, I'm checking that it is 50. I'm pretty sure it happened about 50 years ago, right? Bingo. Don't let it get to your head. That was freebie, but really, it's crazy to think about how much orbital technology has advanced in the last few decades. Back when I was a little kid, I would have never imagined riding in something as fancy as an orbital car. It seemed like something straight out of some fairy tale. Ooh, that's one hurdle down. Anyway, on to the next question. Question. Numéro 2. The driving force behind the orbital revolution was all thanks to one man's prototype orbment. This one's another gimme, but who's the creator of said orbment? I mean, it's gonna be the Epstein, right? Because A. Russell is the character from the first series who is relevant, but he's the main guy, hence why there's a company named after him. I know this one. It's Professor C. Epstein. Bingo. Oh, huzzah. You guys know that people were skeptical of his invention at first. They probably just didn't see what the big deal was. Once people began to realize just how gosh darn useful they are, they quickly became an integral part of our daily lives. The Epstein Foundation has made great efforts toward the research and adoption of orbital technology. That much is common knowledge. The orbital staff I use for combat also falls under the Foundation's research efforts. Oh yeah, Tio totally mentioned that she's employed by the Epstein Foundation. That was a close call. She probably would have given me quite a glare if I screwed that one up. That would be pretty funny to mess up. Enough chit chat. Next question. We all know that quartz are the key component to any orbital device, right? And to synthesize quartz, you need sepith. When I talk about sepith, what specific form of septium am I referring to? Septium fragments. Fine quartz, we use orbital devices. Once they're inherently attract septium, they often end up munching at sepith. Feeding critters is an easy way to obtain sepith. You know, that's interesting. They justify the sepith as they're munching on crystals, but you can still get it from fighting people. Probably because they just have it in their pockets because they fought other stuff and gained it, but like, questions are all common sense. Time to prepare for question 4. Oh, good. Our good friend, the Erebonian Empire, lies to the west. Its important and overwhelming existence can be felt by all of us crossfelons. I imagine you've probably seen their symbol before. Can you recall what the symbol of Erebonia is? I mean, I thought it was gold, but it is the golden stallion, which I was not confident about that. I checked, so I believe it's the golden stallion, right? I would have guessed like a very obvious like golden eagle or something. Nay is what I'd say if you were wrong, but you're right. It's no secret that the pride of the Erebonian Empire lies in its unmatched military might. The golden stallion is a symbol of that power of theirs, thus is on the country's emblem. There was once an order of knights in the empire known as the Eisen right there. They were known for employing cavalry, so that may be why the empire adopted the golden stallion as its emblem. Nice, managed to get that one right, somehow. Now for question 5. We're almost halfway through this little quiz, so hang in there. A nation known as the Calvard Republics sits directly to the east of Crossbell, opposite the Erebonian Empire. It's no exaggeration to say that Crossbell's entire history revolves around the long-term struggle for power between Erebonia and Calvard. Now your question is this: what is the name of the primary manufacturer of orbital and heavy weaponry from the Republic? I actually did read this book. I'm pretty sure it's Vern? Because Rheinford is, you know, the German Empire. Zeiss is... I actually can't remember the name of the country from the first games, but it's there. This is Vern. But I'll check, and it's correct. Well, this one's easy. It's the Vern Company. Vern, baby, Vern. Hey, I mean, that helps with the pronunciation. It's definitely supposed to be Vern. That's exactly right. Calvard's Vern Company and Erebonia's Rheinford Company are famous as the continent's two largest manufacturers of orbital weaponry. However, it's not fair to only discuss their weapons development. They're also responsible for making vehicles, appliances, and plenty of other nifty items. Phew. Another question down. The lead-in for that one threw me off a little. I'm glad I got it right. Looks like we've made it a little past the halfway point now. You are giving a valiant effort. Nice job, that fearless leader of ours. You keep this up, and I'm sure you'll have no problems plowing through the rest of it. You're doing great, Lloyd. I'm thoroughly impressed. Haha. Come on, guys. I don't think I've really been that impressive. It's all pretty common knowledge so far. Well, regardless of how well you're doing, you've still got 5 questions left, Buckaroo. I think you've had plenty of time to warm up. Okay, just to get through these quizzes faster, I'm going to stop reading them out loud because it's going to go faster that way. I mean, yes, definitely. Fisherman's Guild. What was the other options? I wasn't paying it. Whatever. One of them I think is the murder group. North exit. Layman. You're Le Man? 'Cause right you are? What? Oh, this is B. Phantom Thief A, Phantom Thief B, and Phantom Thief C. Oh, that's fun. I really enjoy these puns. Yeah, oh, liberal. That's the first zone, yep. Erebonia, rightful ownership process here for a while. Wage war. Ah, yes. Queen Alicia. Did that occur during the events of Trails in the Sky? Or was it before Trails in the Sky? I can't remember, because this is definitely set after Trails in the Sky. because shortly we see the two people leave. Non-aggression? Non-aggression. And non-aggressive it was. Mention of diffusing between any of the three nations via diplomacy post war. Prior to signing. One step. Oh yeah, I'm remembering spoilers from the future. I don't think this non-aggression really solves everything. Perfect score! Potential. What a relief. On the edge of my seat. Answer all the questions. I'm just gonna go through this part really quick because it's kind of just a side quest and it's all just, oh, you did great. Sure, we can have this. No one's chance to get ahead of doing so well. Think of it as my apology for underestimating you. It's all yours now, sweetie. Take it. Well, if you say so. Thanks a lot. Quiz over. Bridges. So actually, I kind of have to say, most of those, even though it's been like a year and a half, a lot of those are distinct. Isn't she a character in the previous series games? Oh, I think I know you guys. Ah, you're so cute. By her. Beg your pardon? Are you referring to me? Well, obviously. That refined and mature aura, contrasted by those large, childlike eyes and your adorably delicate features. It's all too cute. I can't take it. Please, can I take her home, Lynn? Pretty please. Yo. Aeolia, you do realize that whenever you flip out at seeing cute girls, it sends them running, right? We just got back from the job, so I think you should dial it back a bit, okay? Hey, forget about her. You can take me home any day of the week, baby. No way in hell. Damn, that was so fast. I think I've got whiplash. It was certainly unexpected to see the contrast between your graceful appearance and colorful personality. Are you two affiliated with the guild? Indeed. And might you all be with the special support section? So you've heard of us. Yes, Mitchell gave us heads up already. Can't say you gave a good first impression. It's pretty pathetic to have to get saved by Arios on your first mission. That 2D teapot's bugging me. I guess we still can't rely on the police quite yet. You rookies have a long road ahead of you. Well, whatever. Just keep on doing a good-for-nothing job, you good-for-nothings. They're awfully rude, aren't they? We'll keep that in mind. So. Hidden side quest, heal up, save, report to the PC. So healing is here. Yeah, this is kind of what happened in, yeah, if I remember correctly, in the first game, I would be like exploring out in the wild, and then I'd run back to the sewer area that had a free heal instead of going to the inn type place repeatedly. So there, it says to save. Well, it suggests saving, and I guess that's a good habit to save, which I need to redevelop for this game. So it does autosave. Report quests. As always, we appreciate your hard work. Well then, allow me to go over your reports. 3,000 reward complete. 3,000 reward complete. 3, 2, 5, 500. You have been promoted. You were presented with Bravery Badge as a reward for your performance. Oh, these... Yes, each rank gives you good loot. Some of the eventual, like, end game loot is far better than the rest. Make sure they get transferred. Yeah, like... perfect DP, or basically perfect DP, giving you like the best gear in the game is noteworthy. Strength +5 prevents steal. Okay, 54, 53. Who do I give it to? Let's give it to him. Sure. Okay. When you're ready to continue, go to SSS, go to his office. Oh yeah. It's time for the lawyer dude. Oh, you're back already. Managed to stop those delinquents? Well, about that, we think the situation might be a bit more complicated than expected. How so? Lloyd explained everything. Interesting. Chief. Alright. I'll leave everything concerning this case to you lot then. Wait, what? What do you mean by that, exactly? Whether you're willing to continue the investigation is entirely up to you. You won't be getting any information about Ravash out of me either. You'll have to dig for it on your own. How are we supposed to... If I told you to stop the investigation, would you follow my orders? What? Mafia being involved in this case already overcomplicates things. As your supervisor, the most logical step for me is to order you to close the case immediately. Now, is that what you want me to do? No. If we gave up now, it'd leave a bad taste in my mouth. Randy's right, especially after learning as much as we have. I agree as well. Well, I suppose if you naive kid flipped up and got yourself hurt on my watch, I'd have a hard time sleeping at night. I'll do you a favor and introduce you to a trusted consultant of mine. A consultant? Business card. Grimwood Law Office. Something about that name rings a bell. It's located over on West Street. Run by a lawyer named Ian. Big, bearded guy. Ah, near the bakery, right. I remember talking to him a couple times when I lived in the area. I've heard of him too. Mr. Grimwood mainly provides legal consultations to corporations and other businesses, right? Though I believe he also offers his services to ordinary citizens too. This statement means he serves literally everyone. That's right. Between his beard and his build, the guy almost looks like a bear. But people have taken to calling him Grizzly Grim. I'm sure he's got loads of info on the Mafia. Who knows? He might even have new intel that even the CPD doesn't know. Really? That's quite impressive. What kind of guy is this lawyer? You'll find out when you meet him. I've spoken with him previously about SSS-related matters. He'll at least hear you out, if you tell him you're with a special support section. I figure if nothing else, this will be a good opportunity for you to introduce yourselves. Understood. We'll check in with him. West Street's just around the corner. Everyone okay with paying this law office a visit? Of course. Shall we head out? Well, actually, I could have gone up a floor and then out the side. That might have been faster. Going to Grimwood. Start meeting. Grimwood Law Office. I believe this is the place. Yeah. I've seen this owner around the neighborhood before. I had no idea he was such a prestigious lawyer, though. Well then, Mr. Grimwood, I'm sure we'll speak again in the near future. Of course, I'll be here. Can't your division do anything more to solve this, though? I wish you'd think a little more about how this will impact the citizens. Currying favor with the populace is not my responsibility. If you'll excuse me. You four. Is something the matter? Ah, I see. You're those pups that Sergei decided to adopt. Come again? Hold on. That badge. You work for the CPD too? Who I am isn't important to you. I imagine you're here to speak with Mr. Grimwood about something. Whatever it is, I hope you don't intend on wasting his time. Unlike you, useless orkies, he's a busy man. Excuse me? This is a character that is either evil or a fake-out. I don't know which, though. What was his problem? He looked like a detective from one of the investigative divisions. He appeared to be the arrogant type. Maybe, but I get the feeling Specs there can hold his own. Did you notice the weapon strapped under his left arm? Wait, he had a weapon? I didn't even see it. Impressive observation, Randy. I detected it with my sensors. He carried a large handgun. Military grade, I believe. Yeah, sounds about right. Dang, guys. You two are amazing. Haha, it was nothing. I just managed to catch it out of the corner of my eye. More importantly, should we not head inside and greet the lawyer? Oh, right. I'm sure he's very busy, but we should still go ahead and introduce ourselves. Forget something, detective? Oh, pardon me. I mistook you all for something else. For someone else. Welcome to the Grimwood Law Office. How can I help you today? Oh, no need to hold back. If you have a question, ask away. You four look quite young. Have you gotten in some trouble with loans? Or perhaps you're looking to open a business together. Come now, ask me anything. No, sir. It's nothing like that. You guys got a lot of energy for an old man. So this is a famous Grizzly Grim. I see the rumors are true. Hold on. Now that I've taken a closer look, I can't help but feel as if I've seen you somewhere before, young man. Are you one of the kids that used to live in this neighborhood? Wow. You remember me? That's right. I lived in one of the apartment complexes here about 3 years ago. Allow me to properly introduce myself. My name is Lloyd Bannings. So you did live here? Yes, that explains why you look so familiar. Wait. Bannings? Then, could you be Guy Bannings' younger brother? Huh? Yeah, I am. You knew my brother, then? More than knew him, we... Never mind. I suppose you're here to discuss something important. Come on in. You can fill me in on the details once we take a seat. Oh, and where are my manners? I'm Ian Grimwood, lawyer and head of this law firm. They really don't do a good job of differentiating the I's from the L's, because, like, the I for Ian and the L for lawyer are the exact same. I wish they would change the font. I see. I was wondering when I would meet the special support section that Sergei told me he was putting together. Oh, yes. Now that I think about it, I read an article in the Crossbell Times about you. You certainly showed diligence and spunk right out of the gate, didn't you? I don't think our first job might have been a little exaggerated. So Guy's younger brother is a police officer now, too. My, how wonderful. I can only imagine this is Eidos as well. Mr. Grimwood, can I ask what your relationship was with my brother? Well, the same one I expect you and I will now have. Guy used to drop by occasionally to share and exchange all sorts of information with me. As I'm sure you know, he was an incredibly talented detective, so I'd wager he ended up helping me far more than I was able to help him. Wait a moment. Lloyd, your older brother is a detective? Oh man, why didn't you tell us about him? Ah, sorry guys, I guess it just never came up. Besides, Guy's no longer with us. You mean, he was killed in the line of duty. About 3 years ago now. Oh. That explains why you left Crossbell. What happened to Guy truly was tragic. Believe it or not, I've conducted my own investigations into that particular incident. Sadly, any leads that may exist eluded me. Is that so? Well, let's put that aside for now. It's not why we've come here today. Mr. Grimwood, we've explained our situation to you. Is there anything you can share with us pertaining to Ravash or his recent activities? Ravash, There's a name surrounded with nothing but sinister rumors. Illegal dealings with both the Empire and the Republic, the selling of stolen goods, mural laundering, weapon trafficking, and even operating as the middleman for hiring Jaegers. I'd say it's more than likely they take advantage of Crossbow's unique situation to aid them in each and every one of their long list of crimes. What do you mean by unique situation? What he means is, while trade and commerce have grown exponentially over the past few years, Crossbell's political foundation is quickly deteriorating, right? Well put. Crossbell and politics are currently in an extremely fragile state. The majority of politicians choose to align themselves with either the Empire or Republic, and are nothing more than greedy, power-hungry leeches. Even if some kind of legislation to crack down on Ravash was proposed, it would never pass. There are simply too many Diet members in their pocket. For real? Damn. Unfortunately, he is correct. The number of Diet members tied to the Mafia is higher than I'd like to admit. That's likely the main reason the police can't touch them. The issue seems quite complicated. Or perhaps I'm simply too young to understand. Does this mean Ravash can commit any crime they want without any repercussion? With no repercussions? No, it hasn't gotten to that point yet. If the government were to turn a blind eye to any obvious crimes on their part, I'm sure it would send Crossbones and our surrounding nations into an uproar. Therefore, Ravash has been very careful to avoid directly interfering with the citizenry's daily lives. However, as long as they don't actually cross that line, the CPD won't lay a finger on them. They've overlooked so many of Ravash's smaller crimes that they can't see what they've all added up to. This can't be real. Reality ain't so pretty. Behind all this city's neon lights, there are demons lurking in the shadows. I can only wonder what sort of information is inside those highly classified documents. Anyway, that's essentially all I know about Ravash. However, I need to mention that the situation with the Mafia has taken a turn. Really? Could you explain? I hear that the CPD has only just acquired this intel, but apparently, a new faction strong enough to oppose Ravash has recently surfaced. And by all accounts, they are quite powerful, indeed. A new faction? Surely it's not the Bracer Guild, right? No. This new faction isn't a threat to Ravash because they're looking to bring them to justice. They're a threat because they're in the same line of business. You see, there's a powerful organization that operates in the Republic's eastern quarter, and it's already managed to worm its way into Crossbell. What? Are you certain of this? Yes. Previous rumors of this organization turned out to be true, so I have no reason to be skeptical now. They're called Heiyu. Heiyu, yeah. Just recently, a new commercial unit, under the name of Heiyu Trading, opened for business in the Harbor District, which is that northernmost building. Heiyu. The name certainly seems to be of Eastern origins. If things go south, it'd mean a war between two organized crime groups. The petty fights we've seen between the street gangs would be nothing compared to that. You're absolutely right. At the very least, there haven't been overt signs of a dispute between the two groups just yet. However, I wouldn't be surprised if they began battling each other outside of the public eye. The First Division seems to be keeping a close eye on the whole thing. You don't say. So the man with glasses who left right after when we arrived was... Yes, that was Detective Dudley, from the First Division. Coincidentally, he was asking me questions on the same topic. A coincidence, indeed. Lloyd? You went quiet all of a sudden. Let me guess. You noticed something. Yeah, I still need to sort it all out in my head, though. Thank you very much, Mr. Grimwood. Without your help, we wouldn't have been able to find the lead we need to move forward with our investigation. I'm just glad I could be of assistance. Sergey's always been a tremendous help to me. So personally, I'll be praying for your success. If you ever run into any problems, you're welcome to stop by here anytime. He's the type of character who really looks like a good guy, but in the end he just stabs you in the back. Hopefully that's not the case, but he is the type of design. Actually, I guess it's because he looks exactly like the character from Full Metal Alchemist, who transmogrified his daughter. So, what's the next course of action? Should we go back to the SSS building and sort through all the information we've gathered? Good idea. But before we do that, now's the time to wrap up any unfinished business we still have to take care of. If my hunch about the truth of these incidents is correct, let's just say we're in for a bumpy ride. Well, we'll just have to buckle up then, won't we? Anyhow, let's head back to base once we've crossed off everything on our to-do list. Sound good? Yes, it does. Let us make haste. So I think I need to go back, start a meeting, pick the correct choice. I think I've done everything else. I'll save before I go too far, just in case I messed up. I go here, and it'll be... So... What's that? A message, maybe? Notes Dr. Bluntenboard. Have some errands to run. Wrap up the case however you see fit. Ah, I guess he stepped out. Who wants to bet that he ran away because the case seemed like a pain in the ass? You cannot rule out that possibility. Well, at the very least, we've been given a permission to solve this case however we like. So, with that in mind, what's our next step? Should we review what we know? Yeah, definitely. Start the meeting effective. Mark on the table. Start the meeting. Let's get this meeting started then. First off, we should review all our information that's relevant to the case. The incident took place around midnight, 5 days ago. Members of both the Saber Vipers and the Testaments were each ambushed by unknown assailants. However, the attacks occurred at two different locations in the city's downtown district. Here and here. The Testament member was attacked in the alleyway on the west, and the Saber Viper got messed up in front of Ignis, which is towards the east. In other words, The attacks happened at the opposite ends of the area. Exactly. By spacing them this far apart, it prevented each group from immediately learning about the attack on the other. Both gangs took their wounded members directly back to their respective bases, and the victims were moved to the hospital the next day. Weren't the victims transported there in the same ambulance? Yeah, I can only imagine how much of a shock that was to the paramedics. The gangs, however, wouldn't be aware of the ambulance's passengers. So, consequently, each group came to the conclusion that they were attacked by the other, which is what we confirmed today. Yeah, the only answer that makes sense is that there was a third party involved. Unless both groups rehearse their accounts, chances of either group being responsible for attacking the other are pretty slim. Agreed. Based on the evidence so far, it's safe to assume the attacks were the work of some third party. All we can do now is consider all the possibilities and rule out the ones that don't seem feasible. But we already have an idea who that third party may be. Isn't that right, Lloyd? Yeah. They're the ones in control of Crossbell's criminal underbelly, the notorious Mafia, Ravash & Co. According to the intel Grace shared with us, someone spotted mafiosos snooping around the downtown district a couple weeks ago. Unfortunately, we don't have time to verify the credibility of that. But for now, let's continue the review with the assumption that Ravash was responsible for both attacks. Well, that just brings us to the next question. What was their motive? Exactly. Figuring out the answer to that is crucial. If we can't figure out their motive, we're all the way back to square one. Motive, huh? There's hardly any conflict of interest between the Mafia and the two gangs. There must be some line that connects these three dots together. I imagine you already have some idea what that is, don't you, Lloyd? Well, I can't say with absolute certainty, of course, but I think there's at least one thing that might connect these three factors. It's like such an easy... The only realistic possibility that comes to mind is Heiyu. Oh right, the grizzly friend mentioned them, didn't he? That definitely feels like the most likely possibility for now. In that case though, what about Heiyu connects these three? In order for them to be connected, there must be some necessity. For example, was it this connection with Heiyu that made the attacks against the two gangs unavoidable? Yeah, that would explain everything. Oh? What you thinking? Well, about that necessity Tio mentioned. What do you think Ravash would do if they found out Heiyu was trying to establish a foothold in Crossville? Well, I'd imagine they'd want to build up their forces, pronto. Recruit more people and upgrade their weaponry, you know? Ravash should have no problems getting new weapons, given their known smuggling operations. But how do they go about recruiting people? Good question. Normally you'd hire Jaegers, but that's unlikely in Crossbell's case, given the scrutiny the neighboring countries put on us. So long as the non-aggression pact stands, Erebonia and Calvard would never overlook unauthorized Jaegers entering the state. The two Diet factions representing them would likely react the same way too. Oh, that's it. Lloyd, could the Mafia be recruiting the gang members? Hot-blooded and more or less disciplined. I can't think of a more perfect pool of candidates to beef up the Mafia presence in the city. But there are certain individuals in each gang preventing that, aren't there? I could never see Wazi cooperating with Mafia, and I doubt Wald would bow down to any kind of authority, even Ravash. He is not the type of person who would allow others to boss him around. So, Ravash realizes this and plots to weaken the two gangs, intending to swoop in later and bag the remaining members. Hell, that must be it. Remember, this is nothing more than a theory. A game theory. All we've done is bring together the facts and try to make sense of them. Ah, look at you, being all modest. I think that your analysis of the situation isn't too far off from the truth, Lloyd. Your reasoning was sound and logical. Clearly, your detective certifications were well earned. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. So, everyone, our next move should be to explain our theory to those two, don't you think? Those two? Hey, you don't mean... I sure do. Waldwals and Wazy Hemisphere, leaders of the Saber Vipers and the Testaments. Banama. Station Street, near where the construction materials are stored. Asked me to come here alone in the middle of the damn night. Who do these police brats think they're dealing with? Is that the last train bound for Calvard? Yes, I believe it was. He wasn't there, was he? Good evening, Wald. What a beautiful night to bathe in the mystic moonlight, wouldn't you agree? Oh, this is rich. You pretend to be one of those CPD pipsqueaks to catch me off guard. You must think you're so damn clever. Fine, bring it on, pretty boy. If you're looking for a fight, I'm more than happy to give you one. Let's end this. You know, I'm always up for a bit of late-night wrestling. But alas, I am but a mere guest at this rendezvous. The hell does that mean? Well, you'll see soon. They just arrived. It's you punks. Sorry to keep you waiting, guys. Oh no, it's a pleasure to be here. What's this fun anecdote you promised to share with us? Well, I don't know if fun is the right word exactly, but I'm sure you'll both find it interesting, at least. Hold the phone. Anecdotes? Fun? What the hell are you two going on about? Oh, Walt, you're such a simpleton. What did you... Surely you remember the incidents that occurred 5 nights ago. They're here to tell us who they believe the culprit was, obviously. The culprit? What do you mean? Impressive deduction, Wazi. I assume you already had your own suspicions? Well, at first, I wondered if one of my members had perhaps acted out of line, but as I started to sort things out, I realized there was something off about the whole situation. That goes for the Sand Viper's side too. Sadly, that's as far as my deductions could take me. I see. That will make things easier to explain at least. Waldwalis. I know that there are still gaps in our theory. Still, would you listen to what we've found so far? Fine. Keep it short. Waste a minute of my time, and I'll bash that baby face of yours in. And that's what we've come to think with the information we have on hand. I'd like to hear each of your thoughts on it. My, how unexpected. To think we played right into the Mafia's hands. Does that mean you agree with Lloyd's theory? But of course. After all, Ravash sent out some of their agents to visit us already. They asked us to work for them, promising us the moon and the stars for our service. Needless to say, I immediately turned them down and sent them on their merry way. Interesting. That settled things with one of them. So, Wald, I assume the Mafia paid you a social call as well. Yeah, about a month ago. They were acting all high and mighty, so I decided to show them what real strength looked like. Sent him packing real fast. Can't believe they actually had the balls to pull a fast one on me like this. Wazi, I'm postponing our duel. First, I gotta warm up by crushing the smug mugs of those mobsters. Wait, you can't. Such a short temper. Calm down, Walt. Acting recklessly will just lead to... Last time was merely a jest. You really are a simpleton. Say that again. You know perfectly well that you don't stand a chance against the Mafia on your own. Just imagine it. The leader of the Saber Vipers, Wald Wallace, waltzing into the Mafia's sights like a pig to slaughter. You won't stand a chance. Shut it. We don't know what'll happen till we try. Maybe you could survive. But what about your poor little vipers? Can they catch bullets with their teeth? What do you propose we do then, you bony wise ass? You really expect me to sit here and swallow the shame of having our men hurt like that? Huh? Ha. Of course I don't. I believe that only a small part of the Mafia was actually involved in this little scheme. As such, there's no need to take the whole organization on. Just the handful of them who have it coming. And I know just the way to get our revenge and ensure they never show their faces in the downtown district ever again. I'll require your help though, Wald. You need my help? Hold on, you two. What are you planning? If you do anything to break the law... Oh, relax. If anything illegal happens, you'll be right there to stop it. After all, you're helping too. We're doing what now? Isn't it your responsibility to resolve the conflict brewing in the downtown district? I'd claim that makes it your obligation to gently persuade the Mafia into leaving all of us down here alone. For good. Do correct me if I'm wrong, Lloyd. Well... What exactly is Wazi talking about? I do not quite understand either. Looks to me like he's about to sink his fangs into poor Lloyd. Remember, it was you who bothered to call us out here to share your grand theory. Isn't it only natural to see this case through? Three days passed. Confrontation died down. Tranquil, eerie atmosphere. And then, dum dum dum. Big moment. It's almost the end of the prologue. This is still just the prologue. Huh. Way too quiet around here. We went through all of that effort. Those dumbasses still haven't torn each other apart? Don't you worry. Those guys are doused in gasoline at this point. One small spark, and everything will be up in flames. Those morons won't even know what hit them. All we gotta do is find another underling or two and beat the crap out of them. Blue or red, it don't matter. As soon as you see one, kick his ass. And for your own sake, you'd better not get caught. Use a slingshot for Saber Viper and just bash one of those Testament guys from behind. Got it. Let the hunt begin, boys. Culmination of the prologue. Oh, we haven't gotten to the... I guess it's in the next chapter, maybe. No, maybe I missed them here. I must have missed some exploration earlier. But I'm pretty sure by now I should have encountered the, like, clearly black market, like, gun shop. Ugh. One tiny blue bunny down. Haha, what a dumbass. Fell right into our trap. We don't got time to waste. Rough 'em up, boys. Just be sure you don't kill him. Hehe, this is just business. No hard feelings, okay? Think again. What? What the hell? Man, I'm honestly a little shocked. I really didn't think you'd fall into our trap so easily. Who the hell is this guy? Little spin to remove a cloak. To tell you the truth, I'd be fine with cuffing you and taking you down to the precinct already. But I'm not sure the Force will find just this one sting operation sufficient evidence to hold you. We'll have to let you go this time. Oh crap. Don't tell me this guy's with. He's a cop? Haha, not to worry, boys. He's just a special helper. Dude, are you serious? How the hell did they fall for this? Lloyd's prediction was impeccable. Are you alright, Lloyd? Yeah, I'm fine. Putting that shock-absorbing pad under my hood was definitely a good call, though. Damn it. They were onto us? Since when? Well then, gentlemen. That raises the question. What will be your next move? Surrender peacefully now, and I may be merciful towards your misdeeds. Or if you'd prefer, we can do the hunting this time. That may prove entertaining. Damn. Quick, split up. Hey, hold on. I mean, he should have seen that coming. Two of you, come with me. Mozzie? Hey, hold on a second. Crap. What should we do, Lloyd? I'll go with her to go in alphabetical order. Come with me, Ellie. Randy, Tio. I'll leave the other group to you. Understood. You got it. It's a funny running animation. Damn it. I can't believe those little brats from the police are involved. I'll need to contact headquarters and request backup. Hold on. If the boss finds out we screwed up, he'll... Damn. Fine, then we should at least... Where do you punk asses think you're going? What? When'd they get here? Checkmate. Yeah, that was easy enough. The ball's in Lloyd and Ellie's court now. Yeah, those morons. Don't got much choice now. We'll have to go from the back. That's some impressive jumping. A valiant effort, but no dice. Look, where'd you come from? Shh, jump for it. You've got nowhere else to run now. Whew. That was quite the wild goose chase, wasn't it? Art. Hehe. Sorry to disappoint, but our fun little game of cops and robbers has come to an end. Surely you've realized your best option is to surrender, no? Hehehe. Ha ha ha. Looky, cocky little brat. You think you're so damn smart? Well, we're about to show you what happens when you force professionals to get serious. Better hope you live to regret it. Heh. It seems like they want to fight after all. Well, I for one am happy to oblige. I can continue to count on your support, right, Lloyd? Funnily enough, I almost said the same thing. Let's do this. They're coming. He doesn't even have that much more health. Ooh, instant critical, because they have the advantage for some reason. I guess I will battle scope all these dudes. That's pretty fun. Do you have any fun crafts? He has an S craft, but he did no damage. Battle scope. Can I battle scope the other guy? No. I guess for this turn, I just need to attack this guy. And then heal because they dealt criticals to get them basically dead instantly. That didn't heal as much as I hoped, but... I should probably target the ranged dude. Flash. Like, what is this fight? I guess I need to try to heal. This fight's kind of weird. Oh, I wonder if he can use my items despite not actually being a proper person. 49 on a critical. What a fun fight. I really love the early game of this series, you know? Where people attack you and deal half your health in one attack, but you deal like a 20th of their health in an attack at best. Can you use the items? Yes, you can. Battle scope this guy. Supposedly, if you want to actually scan everything, you have to scan each of these individually, but also did no negative. Because the battle scope, not the actually good ability. I guess I can try to petrify. He's gonna attack because okay, he's paralyzed, which is good. And he's getting one shot, like 60% of his health every attack. Soul Blur. Probably nothing special. Innocence Arc, that. What are his craft? Phantom Rush. It's just faster. It's an AoE. His S craft is just a lot of hits. He's stunned. I kinda want to kill this guy, but I should try to focus one of them down first. I mean, it's good that he's paralyzed. He's gonna need to heal himself again, because otherwise he's gonna die. Because he's spamming an attack that deals 60% of my health. I really hate the early game. Triple Burst is just an attack. I could try to focus him, but he's paralyzed. I don't know if I need to, but I will. I guess he can't attack. I think if I focus these two and just shoot at the other dude, and like, I should be able to kill him in 3 turns. And I need to use him as a heal bot because they keep one-shotting everything. Oh, one of these AoE? Nowhere near as much damage as I thought it would do. He's dead. He's not. Super lucky. And I need to spam heal because they deal so much damage. I mean, this is so frustrating because it's not fun. He's gonna not die if I don't attack here. I mean, yeah, this I think gets good Sepith because I think each attack does something. So if it's on a Sepith up round, they get a bonus. Okay, she needs to be healed. Otherwise she'll get one shot. She doesn't have a good craft to use. I guess I'll use an art. Like, that's so over the top. Okay. I guess I'll use her S-craft, so I'll just try to get more damage in. Okay. But I need to S-craft for sure. Because otherwise I think she dies here. She might die anyway, but... Actually, let's just play it safe. She's gonna flash, deal 360 damage, she would have died. He has enough EP to spare. He might be better attacking, but I'd rather not have her die, because that would be a waste of experience. I guess I'll save my EP. She doesn't really need to preserve her EP, but... Okay. I have a 20% chance to feint him. It might be enough, hopefully. This with a couple attacks should be able to kill him, I hope. Phantom Rush. He only has 101. That's a lot of hits. And that's not going to be lethal. Hopefully her craft might be lethal. Oh, nope. Nowhere near enough. But I'm saved by the fact that she was, I guess, out of range. That should be a lot of Sepith. Oh yeah, good Sepith. 62 fire. That's very good. Gah. You damn kids. Phew. I knew they weren't going to be pushovers, but that was tough. One appeared to be using a military-grade firearm, too. The newest model manufactured in Arbonia, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sure that's just one of the many kinds of weapons there smuggles. By the way, Lloyd, I must say, you played your part as bait to perfection. The dramatic confrontation and fall, it looked so real it had me on the edge of my seat. Well, your plan didn't give me much of a choice, did it? I wasn't about to let anybody else put themselves in harm's way. You volunteered to take the role of bait for yourself. I was worried sick, you know. Sorry, Ellie. That soft-hearted nature of yours is sure to cause problems in the future. Although, I don't necessarily find that part of you to be a turn-off. Eh? Haha. Anyway, I was able to exact my revenge. It was all thanks to your help. Your cooperation has been much appreciated. You cocky little... Where do you get off acting like you've won? Haha. Now you've done it, you sons of bitches. From this day on, you've made an enemy of Ravash. You damn rookies rue the day. All of the Diet members are on our payroll. Don't think you'll be able to get away scot-free. Is that what you think? Ha 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 ha. What? Looks like you haven't taken your lesson to heart yet. New plan. I'm gonna hang you dumbasses upside down like a bunch of punching bags and beat the absolute piss out of you. Please. Wait, Wald. That's going too far. Not to worry. You can leave the rest to us. Wald, try not to get too carried away, okay? These guys are professionals, after all. They could bite back even stronger next time if you mess with them too much. Whatever. Heh. How about this, boys? Why don't we keep this friendly little spat to ourselves? I doubt pros like yourselves would want your bosses to find out you got your asses handed to you by a bunch of brats like us. Such a pathetic report wouldn't go over well, now would it? Get bent, asshole. You'd be too arge under if we were taking you seriously. My. I'm no lawyer, but if you ask me, it's probably in your best interest to bow out now. Grace? What are you doing here? Hehe. I've been keeping my eyes peeled for my favorite new rookies these past few days. And, much to my expectation, what an absolute feast of information you've given me. Oh boy. I'm dying to write up a riveting tale about this next article. In my next article about this unlikely operation. Why, you're just some bitch from the local rag. You think you can take Ravash on, huh? Well, circumstances are more complicated than I care for, so I won't reveal your names. However, if you bad boys are caught pulling another stunt like this, I can't make any promises. Yeah. Fine, whatever. We'll be going now. But if you don't keep your word, lady... Yeah, standard issue threat, I got it. To be fair, though, you're the ones that should be worrying about keeping your promises. Wouldn't want to be in hot water, would we? Crossline again, and a little birdie told me you might find the bracers on your tails. What? The bracers? Just an FYI. Arios was strongly considering taking over this case. Naturally, being as in demand as he is, he was totally up to his neck in requests. He figured he'd leave it in your guys' hands this time. Is that true? He's keeping tabs on us, eh? That appears to be the case. Oh hell no. As if we'd ever be moronic enough to make an enemy of Arios McLean. There's no point in staying in this dump any longer. We're out of here. Oh boy. Arios McLean, the Divine Blade of Wind. I've heard my fair share about his exploit, but I didn't think the name alone would be enough to send the Mafia packing. Here. To hell with this shit. Screw it. Show's over, boys. Get your asses moving. We're leaving. Yeah. I must say, I couldn't have done it without your help. I'm assuming this means mission accomplished for you? Yeah, I suppose so. Though, I guess our original mission was only to stop that one fight between your gangs a few days ago. Anyway, you shouldn't have any reason to go with Wald anymore, right? Huh? What are you going on about now? What? Whether the Mafia's involved or not, it's not like our relationship with the Saber Vipers. Our relations with the Saber Vipers are going to change overnight. We're still going to view each other as a blight on our territory. That won't change. Sure, there probably won't be another large conflict between us for a while. But our regular scuffles are bound to continue, no doubt about it. But hold on now. Yeah. If you don't want our future fights to get out of hand, you're more than welcome to stop by and intervene when the time comes. Perhaps you could even join in on our amicable little disputes. I'd welcome you with loving arms. I don't get the impression that he's joking in the slightest. Well then, I wish you sweet dreams, everybody. Or everyone. Let us return, Abbess. Our crusade has ended. Let us withdraw. Yes, sir. What an incorrigible group of men. Meh. Leave them be. They're just a bunch of hot-headed dudes raring for a fight. Nothing you can really do about it. For once, you might be right. More importantly, we've successfully resolved our mission. Isn't that right, Lloyd? Yeah, for sure. It just doesn't feel very satisfying for some reason. We're still not good enough. We have to rely on somebody else to finish this job again. How was that? Did I nail it? Well... What useless petty pride. There's nothing wrong with accepting a little help in times like these. How else are you going to uncover the full truth? Only once you've discovered this can you truly call yourself a detective. Just like your brother. Huh? Hehe. Well, I think it's time for me to head on home now. I gotta go exfoliate. You'd be surprised how much I work to keep my skin this flawless. Anyway, nighty night. Man, your brother was pretty famous, huh, Lloyd? Judging from what I've heard, it sounds like he was an extremely talented individual. When he was on the job, there weren't a lot of people that could outrank him when it came to proactiveness and persistence. At any rate, our mission is accomplished. Let's return to the SSS building and give Chief Sergei a report. I think I get the picture. I guess you guys did a pretty okay job for a bunch of rookies. You pooled what little experience each of you have and found a way through. Thank you, sir. That is a compliment, right? Anyway, I'm sure you caught a glimpse of it during this case. The thorny, problematic side of Crossbell. Well... yeah, it's definitely gonna be a pain in the ass. Crossbell's seedy underbelly. A complicated hotbed of corruption, hidden just below the surface. It's true. Let me just remind you guys that the people over at CPD headquarters are anything but incompetent. Sure, some idiots decide to trade away their dignity for bribes, but most are detectives that are pretty damn capable. They've got morals and a sense of justice. However, they're often stopped by certain barriers. Politicians and public officials who've sold their honor to the Mafia, for example. So, how about it, Lloyd? Are you ready to turn in your badge and become a bracer? No, sir. These barriers are the reason the Special Support Section was established, right? Oh. Protect civilians above all else. The bracer's code is admirable, but it has its own limitations. Some problems can't be solved by that alone. Smuggling and illegal arms dealing? The sale of stolen goods and mural laundering? Collusion between the Mafia and the government officials? These are all problems that lie outside of the bracer's jurisdiction. He's got a point. So, even the power of the supporting gauntlet has its limitations. However, as police officers, we have the power to right these wrongs. Countless barriers may stand in our way, but the possibility of getting over them isn't zero, and that's probably the title right there. He's right. We, as the SSS, can create opportunities others can't for true change in Crossbell. That's what you're trying to say, isn't it? Yeah, but hopefully I'm not being too optimistic. I do think that reality is not as simple as you make it out to be. However, I agree that the possibility is never zero. Take a look at this guy, would you? Dueling with the head of a delinquent group, volunteering as bait to lure out the Mafia. Here I had you pegged as a serious type, but it turns out you're as hot-blooded as they come. I'm not really sure if hot-blooded is the right term, Randy. Still, working with all of you on that last case helped me realize this. While it's true that we're still inexperienced, as long as we stick together, no matter how high they may be, there isn't a single barrier we can't overcome. Lloyd. Well, how about that? Perhaps the cheesiest speech yet. Ha 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 ha. You don't have to laugh that hard, Chief. You think I have my head in the clouds, don't you? I think you're fine the way you are. While it's true that the SSS was created under some complicated circumstances, it's your guys' job to decide where we go from here. Use this division however you see fit. Chief, I might not be able to give you much direct assistance with your missions, but if you end up pulling some crazy stunt and take off HQ, I can at least toss you a bone and cover for you guys. We appreciate it, Chief. I see you prefer the laissez-faire approach. Sheesh. Being understanding is one thing. This is getting closer to carelessness, Chief. Perhaps laziness is more apt. Just one of the perks of being a no-good adult. Well, will the SSS remain a pale imitation of the Bracer Guild? Or will it become something new? Something that creates new possibilities for this city? I, for one, am going to kick back with a cigarette and watch the fireworks. What a long prologue. But I mean, it's all about setting the tone. It's a good prologue. It took like... Oh, I don't have the length. Probably close to at least 7 hours. Let's hope I didn't miss anything. That's 27. 12 bonus. 41. Okay, it seems like I missed nothing. Information quartz. Save, and here, after I save, this is where I'm going to stop for today. I'm at number 9. Stopping for today because it's a great place to... It's a good place to end. Because it's, you know, the end of the prologue, and I'll start the next section on, I guess it's Thursday? Yeah, Tuesday, Thursday is my plan for this. And the weekend, depending on how I feel. That's where it stops for today. Done with the prologue. And now I'm almost back to where I was in the relative distant past, like a year and a half ago, using the Geofront patch. Hope that anyone who tuned in today had a good time if they happen to come back to view this later. But that's where I'm done for today. Have a good day.